Welcome everyone to DieFall presents Cypress, episode 12. I didn't forget that part this time on the pre-checklist, and we know what episode it is. So welcome everyone. We're back on our normal Thursday time. Thankfully, Hurricane Dorian has decided to leave us mostly alone, and well, I maintained power and internet throughout the entire thing. It stayed just far enough off the coast that didn't do anything too much for us here, which is great. That being said, I'm still a little bit sick, so sorry if I start coughing and stuff. I definitely have the Dragon Con crud. Great convention. Not feeling so hot afterwards, but that's generally what happens when you stick hundreds of thousands of people in the same location for 4 days. So that's pretty good. But yeah, welcome everyone. Appreciate you having you here. That's better. And we're gonna practice talking before we actually get to the Dungeons and Dragons portion, because I need that. So May, yeah. I was in your stream earlier, but all I kind of figured out what you were painting was fire, and I didn't really pick up on what the entire painting was. I see it there in the corner on your camera. I don't know if chat can see that on stream here because we have to crop a little bit, but yeah, see the fire I got. We did that. But I'm not, is it like a ship? Is that?
It's inside the Red Keep.
Oh.
So it's from Game of Thrones, the last season when the Hound faces off against his brother, the Mountain.
And the dragon flies around in the background, and it's super dope, and you get that nice angled upward shot of the both of them. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. No, that's really great. I love that. Nice. Okay, cool. Very cool. So are you gonna put them in it as well?
Yes.
Okay, so there's quite a ways to go on that then.
At least probably at least another 10 hours.
Oh wow. Okay, cool. It's been really fun having you streaming again, because it's you just put it on in the background, just dope tunes, and then you look up every once in a while, I'm like, wow, talent. Huh. That's awesome. It's wow, that's cool. I don't think I'd ever have the patience to be good at that kind of thing. So I'm very excited that you do that.
Thank you.
Good. Stella, I know we talked a little bit. We've been playing a ton of games because I've been on Hurricane. So that's vacation because of hurricanes. So we've been playing a lot of games, but you also mentioned something to me where you were looking at doing a different type of D&D show or bringing something different. And it was really interesting this morning. And I don't know if you want to share that yet, but I'm going to poke the bear here.
Sure. Yeah.
And see if you want to say anything about it.
Sure. So I have two different things going on at my channel that are popping up pretty soon. The first thing is that we're going to be doing a West Marches kind of style. So it's not going to be set parties. It's going to essentially be, if you want to play, make a character, and then I'm going to pick a random day, a couple of random days a month, and then you can play if you're available. And we just kind of form parties like that. And then everyone just comes out of a base of operations sort of thing. And then the other idea that we have floating around is kind of more like one-on-one D&D, where it's one player and the dungeon master. And you kind of follow a story arc in a very role-play intensive sort of thing. So, yeah.
It was very cool. There was this morning we were talking about they were pulling their resources to buy an elephant and trying to figure out if that purchasing the elephant was a good idea. And yeah, but that was cool. I enjoyed listening in on that. That was fun. Nick, how's California land?
Well, I mean, there's no hurricane, so that's cool.
Hey, positive things. But are there fires? Because I hear that's generally the issue that way.
Yeah, we so it's starting. Fire season is starting. So
fire season is starting. That's how I feel about hurricane season. This is our first one, and we pretty much got an entire week off of work for this because they were like, "Nah, we're not messing with this." Everyone evacuation mode, we're out, and then you just go. But so fire season is starting. Are you near? California's huge. Are you near fire epicenter?
I'm not this year because a couple of years ago and last year and stuff, all the fires were near me, but now all of it's burned off. So there's nothing left to burn.
Yeah. Okay. So easy.
That's cool.
Don't have to worry about it. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's other California's turn, not my California.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I'm glad to hear that we may not have to worry about burning and things for you. So that's good.
Or it's a plus.
Hey, Rob. How you
What?
been, bud?
Hey,
It's been a while. I mean, because we did it on Monday last,
Yeah.
and we haven't talked since then. Normally,
yeah.
that's a long time for us, bud.
Yeah, man.
How you been?
I'm
What
good.
you
I'm
been
just
up to?
living the life of Three's company over here. It's pretty dope. Just me, Professor Sakram, and his cat that hates
Yeah.
me.
Tell me about the cat because I saw the picture,
Hates
so that's
me.
great.
She fucking hates me. This is cat number 3 in my life, out of a possible, I don't know, 20 something that just
Good.
does not like me. So it's nice. One day I'll get my living room back. One day.
I don't know if that's actually possible at this point,
No,
but
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
No, it's been nice. We're like a married couple, me and Prof. It's great. Come home, make dinner. Say, how's your day?
the daily updates were pretty good.
they were.
They were. I'm still over pointy side up for
Dude, me
in the
neither. But
dishwasher.
you know what? He learned.
Good. You know what?
The
Hey,
boy
as long as
learned.
we
He
all
said,
learn
"It's
from
my
each
house, my name's on the lease. He does what I say." No,
other.
he's not even home, so I can compliment him without feeling weird. He's a very, very good roommate, very considerate
Good.
roommate. And if you're listening, Prof, fuck you, I hate you, because I can't be nice to him,
Good.
to his
Yeah.
face. Yeah.
Right.
But no, yeah, it's been nice. It's been a
That's
good
good.
time. He's I've been watching him play Dragon Quest 11, the demo on Switch, which is like a 10-hour demo. It's
What?
basically the first, I don't know how long this game is, but it's a good chunk of the game.
Well, Dragon Quest games can be like 100 to 200 hours long.
yeah.
So it's a JRPG. What are you
Yeah,
gonna do?
True. No, but it it's fun to watch, and he's been playing Dragon Quest Builders and trying to get me on that hype train. But man, Minecraft just still has that special place in my heart. But
Yeah.
but no, it's been a good time.
I did catch a couple moments where you were on LB's show playing. It was I guess you were you playing a fighter? I think I read that.
A halfling fighter, yes. Philip Spicebottom.
Yeah.
For those of you who have never seen twitch.tv/indoor adventures, what are you doing? Stop what you're doing on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday nights, except for now. This is a Thursday.
So hang on,
and
man.
Mondays when we stream this. You know what? At your leisure. Please go
Good
check
catch.
that channel out. It's
catch.
great. Their 4 Keeps campaign. I binged the entirety of it, like 50 something episodes in maybe a month and a half. And I am now on a guest spot on it last Monday and this Monday, and it is just, oh man, I can't even begin to describe it. Imagine, if you will, in halfling society when you're betrothed to somebody and your parents arrange a marriage, and then the wifey goes off at 13 and becomes a barbarian that lives with Goliaths. And then 20 years later, you find wifey and she's chieftain of a Goliath tribe. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. That's what I had to deal with on Monday.
Well,
it was
as a
super
halfling,
cool.
I feel like you would put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Exactly.
But,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh man, it was something.
I'm glad you had a good time with it,
was
man.
so much
That's
fun.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Well, are there any other orders of business we'd like to take care of here, or you ready to do the thing?
You're all beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Rob.
That's it. That's all I have.
All right. On that note, we have some things to address because at the end of last session, stuff went down, and I think we'll get to that on the recap here. But Rob, do you want to roll for recap, or
I'm so glad you asked.
Stella shakes her head no.
I'm so glad you asked.
So
Oh, hey, May. What's going on?
Oh, good. All right.
How's Naira's notes looking from last session?
I managed
Probably
to
good.
Find my notes too. Looky there.
Oh my god.
Well, all right. So, open up my notebook. So we started off at Verso, and we need to continue on with the caravan. And next destination is Ashe Blossom. Unfortunately, on our way, we came across a individual that some have deemed annoying at best. Our good old friend Osterbon had lost a wheel off his cart and couldn't seem to put it back on. After much deliberation by Otis and Reco, they managed to put the wheel back on, and we tried to move faster than Osterbon to get to our next farm. He doesn't like to take hints that he might not be welcome. But anywho, we get to Valmar's farm, and we kind of notice weird things. There's necrotic damage in plants. We couldn't really quite determine where this magic, what was happening with these plants. And then we also noticed no one was around. The farmhands were gone. So it turns out farmer's daughter just kind of ran off. And after kind of going through farmhands' quarters, we managed to find this one farmer's been giving her flowers, and noticed she saw like dancing lights and stuff like that. And so that was weird. There was also an unfortunate death. David the spider. Reco was very heartbroken.
Oh my god, that's right. It was David.
I was like, who
How
died?
did I forget
Shit.
about David? Oh my god.
David.
David. All right, I'm going to go find that clip. Keep going.
And yeah, it was a very heartbreaking moment. However, we Ashlog seemed to know where we the direction that we should go, and so we take off in towards more swampy lands. We find Kaylin, very handsome, good-looking farmhand there that we have now with us, and well, we noticed that there's winged kobolds around. That's weird. And then Ashlog just kind of collapsed. And we may have angered some magical witch bog mother.
Who knows? Who's to say?
And
Yeah, I don't know if we know that yet.
Nope.
That's the
No,
thing.
it's, the
Naira
episode ended with Ashlog
Ashlog,
hearing.
it just she's on the ground, and we're just like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we pick up Ashlog. The voice has left your skull. Its words echoing in your mind. Come find me. How you hanging? What it do? What you doing?
Ooh, so I remember that I took damage. No, I could just collapse.
You didn't. Yeah, you collapsed. You had a wisdom save to see if you were able to kind of like fend off a essentially just a splitting headache. If your constitution, for lack of a better word, was enough, your mental faculties and whatnot.
So Ashlog is kind of kneeling down in the swampiness, and she's clutching at her head. And you just see her kind of struggling against something that you don't hear.
Baba, are you okay?
The Marsh Mother calls for me. We must be quick. We must hurry.
Baba, up, come. Reco reached out and like get her up and support her.
She's like super tiny, so it's really easy. You just hear like the clink of like all her armor and stuff.
Oh,
Where, Baba? Where?
we must be getting closer. She is very powerful, my mother.
And is your mother a friend or not a friend?
Yeah, I suppose it depends on her mood and if she's hungry or not.
Yeah, right.
Hungry?
Yes, that is what I said.
Reco is rather large and may be difficult to eat him. I say we move on.
Mm.
Are you sure it's wise to continue?
Do you want to find the girl or not?
I do. Perhaps she went somewhere else. Would she have survived this far into the forest?
Stranger things have happened. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yep.
Yeah, sure. Besides, I hear they only eat kids anyways.
That's not helping.
Oh,
It's how the story goes.
That is true. That is the story of, especially of Baba here. Gesturing over to the elf. Do you know how to fight, or
I know.
does he have any discernible weapons on him?
He has a hunting knife at his side.
Okay.
Fairly average size. Nothing
Sure.
to write home
It's
about.
it's like a belt knife, right?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Not a
Maybe.
skilled fighter, no.
right. I think it may be best if you do not continue with us.
He seems like he's kind of at odds with this.
I want Reco to placate him about this and be like, "It is okay. We will find her, but I do not want you getting hurt as well."
He kind of without words walks over to the nearest tree and pulls out his knife and just kind of marks the tree with a tiny little X. And he just says, "You all are skilled fighters, I can see that. At the first sign of trouble, I will run back to the farm. I don't want you all to have to look after me, but I could not sleep at night knowing that Emerald might be in trouble and I did nothing to search for her."
That's very admirable. Very, very admirable. Yet, well, no worries. If we any trouble, we won't think any less of you if you need to take a step back.
Mhm.
That's a sign of your intelligence.
He sort of half smiles at that and
Yes, you are useless to the girl if you are eaten.
I would feel a little more intelligent if I took the dancing lights more seriously, to be honest.
Well, how could you have known?
I suppose it doesn't matter. Well, you all seem to be on the trail. I found footprints on the outskirts of the woods and not much else. I don't know.
We will follow them then.
Well,
Do they head deeper into the swamp?
Unfortunately, the trail seems to have either ended or been obscured by the plant life. I lost the trail fairly early on.
We'll see what we can find.
Okay. And yeah, at this point, you're not terribly far into the woods. You didn't get if you had started walking, it wasn't too far until Ashlog felt the presence of what she thinks is the Swamp Mother, and And so the foliage and the forest itself is still a little bit open. You're not quite in the dense parts of it yet, but you're definitely getting into what would be a little more familiar to something like somebody like Ashlog and Reco. You did have to travel through parts like this to find Ashlog. And so Ashlog, I would say that you're probably the most adept at, or not adept, but you're the most familiar with the environment that you guys are in. So if there's any questions as to like what you would know, what you wouldn't know, chances are you're the most familiar with this sort of thing.
Okay. So I believe that, well, Ashlog believes that the will-o-wisps, the dancing lights, are found deeper in the marshy areas, and we were told that there were some marshlands this direction. So I suppose she would just try to head towards the thick of it. I remember last time that we were talking about how they show up at nighttime mostly.
Yeah, when Reco had seen them originally and found you, he had noticed them toward like the sunset and closer to nighttime, which I would say, and I believe the journey took an hour or two, like a couple of hours to get to this part. You're nearing sundown. Otis would know it's about like 2 hours until the sun begins to set. And so, and again, now that you're in the woods, and there's tree cover, it's sort of the environment is a little bit darker, so that sort of thing will probably stand out to you more.
Let us continue deeper into the wilderness and keep your eyes out for dancing lights.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, and so as you travel into the forest, you get to your what was plains and light wooded area quickly turns into just the canopy of the trees blocks out the sky almost entirely. It's as if you're underground. Not dark enough for it to be hard to see, but definitely a shaded area, easy for something like dancing lights or fireflies or anything to stick out at you. There's a lot of, as you get into the forest, more common plants like bloodgrass and sage root and everything sort of every now and again give way to more uncommon things that look more like herbs and mushrooms and things that you would see somebody like Osterbond fishing around for. You're definitely getting into more as Nyara and Ashlog, do you get anything for being of Fey ancestry? Hypothetically speaking.
We get resistance to charm, I believe.
Yeah,
Yes.
I believe
Yeah,
that's
saving throws. Advantage on saving throws against being charmed, and we can't
Right,
be put to
okay.
sleep by
Okay.
magic.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Interesting. Yeah, so as you travel, you're seeing a little bit more of exotic plant life, and it's definitely getting darker. Kalen seems a little bit anybody that chances a glance back at him, he seems a little jumpy, he seems a little out of his element. Remember, this is just really a simple farmhand with a hunting knife and a dream. He is, God bless him, he's trying.
Nyara would be walking along with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like as we're proceeding, I think Reco will turn around at one point and be like, I do notice that you don't really carry a weapon. And he'll pull out one of his hand axes and just hand it to him and be like, give it back when you are done, but just in case.
Thank you. And yeah, so he'll put that, or he'll grab that and he'll hold it in his other hand, as he is occasionally, as he was earlier, just marking the trees as he passes them. And yeah, can I ask everybody to make me survival checks?
Ooh.
Just to kind of maintain the path that you've set out for yourselves. Okay, so Otis with a 7, Naira with a 16, Reco with a 9, and Stella with an 18. Yeah, so the party is able to kind of stay on course. The direction that Reco had seen the kobolds fly, still kind of fresh in everybody's minds, and you're all sort of heading in that general direction. And I'm going to do a thing here real quick. Don't mind me.
Not at all. Not minding when the DM rolls behind the DM screen.
So, Kaylin, I think, looking around and sort of maybe for a moment not really focusing, he stumbles on something. And a thick cloud of what looked to be spores sort of like kind of puff up and explode out of some fungus on the ground. And he stumbles and he falls, and he sort of like scuffs himself in the dirt, and he's just laying there covered in these like mud and spores. The poor fella, the hand axe is dropped at his feet, or where his feet once stood. And yeah, you all are kind of just everybody quick make me constitution saves.
Rob, I feel like this is retribution for a show long ago.
Mushrooms, you say?
Yeah. They get a 7. 7 for Reco.
Okay, so 15 for Naira, Ashlog, 10 for Otis, and Reco, you sneeze.
Ugh.
I know what kind of spores these are.
Ashlog, yeah, make me a nature check.
I know nature.
17. You know that spores such as these, they are referred to as blue toadshade, and they typically grow near small bodies of water, usually. So, I mean, bodies of water in general, but there are a few small bodies of water every here and there, as it is a swampy forest. And they are known to, when they're not being used in potions, they're known to cause like minor hallucinations every now and again. Like maybe, if ingested, the spores, probably not. The effects may be very minor. I think Reco, who seems to have breathed them in a little bit, and enough to sneeze and irritate his little cute little dragonborn nose, maybe experiencing heightened like colors, like everything looks a little bit more saturated as you open your eyes back up, Reco. Just it's very gradual. But I think kind of as you sort of wipe your nose, you blink a couple of times and you're not really sure what's happening.
Baba.
Ashlog kind of grabs him by the face, and she's just kind of like trying to look into his eyeballs.
My, what big eyes you have.
Reco, if you begin to see things, you must tell me.
Reco sees things all the time. You want to hear about everything?
If you begin to see strange things.
Well, we have been in the south for quite some time. I see strange things everywhere.
Ashlog kind of just gives up. She just lets him go and walks away.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. Kalen kind of like gets up and dusts himself off as best as he can. A little embarrassed, he picks up the hand axe and just sheaths his knife and sort of he's blushing for sure. He just
what color are his eyes?
His eyes,
Mhm.
they are green.
Did you know? You have the deepest green eyes.
Thank you.
Oh, it's quite striking. And Reco's gonna like turn and keep doing his thing. Just you know.
Okay. Yeah, and so he'll sort of fall back where he was next to Nyara. And Otis Petrus seems completely unfazed by these spores, as he is not a living creature. So as everything as everybody starts walking again, Ashlog, you hear the just kind of lingering at the very back of your head. Just your dragon friend is entertaining.
Do I recognize this voice? Is it familiar in any
Do you
way?
recognize this voice? Make a history check.
I know things.
She drinks and knows things. A 19. You recognize not necessarily specifically who it is, but this definitely sounds like a hag. They all sort of sound, you've heard one speak,
They all
you've
sound
heard
the
them
same.
all. They all kind of sound
They all sound the
creepy,
same.
gross, like just you can feel the like hags usually are just very like horrid to look at, like just warts and just grody to even be around, and you kind of feel that like almost like tar on the words, like it just sounds like very coarse grossness when they speak.
As Ashlog is walking, occasionally she'll like put her hand up and just kind of rub at her head, and she walks a little faster, and her other hand is just sitting on her mace, ready to like pull it out if she needs to. She definitely gives off the feeling that she is uncomfortable.
Yeah, everybody make me perception checks at that.
Yeah, chat. I thought Ashlog was a hag too, but I guess not.
Nyara with it. Wow. Okay, so critical failure from Nyara, critical success from Otis. Wowee, a 19.
I'm just staring at Kalen, I guess.
I mean, who wouldn't? He's a handsome
Great
boy.
green eyes.
And Ashlog, could you make a perception check?
I can see.
You can see. Yeah, okay. So everybody, Nyara, yeah, I think you might be looking at Kalen, making sure that he is okay. And Otis, you, when you notice it, you sort of stop yourself for a moment and turn to, I guess there's no real marching order, but I imagine every time Reco and Ashlog are interacting, that you and Nyara are also interacting with one another. So you could turn to whoever if you want, but you see very clearly what you assume to be a will-o'-the-wisp off in the distance, and you see it kind of flit around a little bit, sort of circle a tree, and then dart off to the right.
Oh, guys, I think I saw one of those dancing light things.
Oh,
Wait,
Reco and Ashlog, you saw the same thing. You saw it sort of dart off to the left, though.
I think I went to the right.
No, it went to the left, I am sure. Baba,
Anyone else?
what did you see?
I saw it go left.
They are tricksy. They follow them when they try to find Baba. The stories say you can find the legend if you follow the light, but in 2 different ways.
Whatever we do, we must not separate. We must stay together.
Agree on that one.
I mean, surely one of them must be the correct way. So I'm with the. And he looks at Ashlog. Oh God, did everybody introduce themselves? I'm gonna assume at some point. Okay, great, fantastic.
Yeah, I guess not.
All right. Well,
I mean, we've been walking for what, like an hour now?
yeah,
It would have happened.
I would assume
Whatever.
it happened. I have to.
Oh wait,
Agree with Ashlog.
Nyara did say all your names.
Oh, she did. Yeah,
Oh, did
I
I?
believe.
Okay,
I believe
good.
Nyara made the introductions. Yes. And yeah, I think I agree with Ashlog. No matter what, let's pick one and not split up.
I have an idea. And he like points at the axe that he's handed over and is like, toss it in the air. If it land the point down, we go right. If it land butt down, we go left.
Sure, why not?
Sometimes it is good to leave this up to chance.
Here you go, Reco.
And then Ashlog will kind of touch your forehead and smear some like swamp dirt, and she'll cast guidance on you.
Okay. This is a guidance for a coin flip, I think.
Hell yeah.
So I don't know how this DM. How does this work?
They could roll a d4 and add the roll added to the ability check. Oh golly.
Yeah, but I'm
so
coin flipping.
I imagine that it like mechanically does not help at all, but
Yeah,
you just
no.
said it's up to chance. So she's like, Destiny, here's some dirt.
Perfect.
Sure.
right.
Yeah, mechanically this is not going to do anything, but Reco, you feel the touch of destiny in this flip. I suppose Kalen hands you the axe.
Yeah. And he like
Yeah.
looks at it, he hefts it, and he tosses it up in the air directly in front of the group, and I'm gonna go with that's the butt rather than the point. So 2.
Okay.
The butt lands down, and I think I said that was right. Chat, call me out if I'm wrong, because I forget everything immediately. But I think I
don't
thought that was
remember.
right.
And Nyara and Otis, you see the head land down.
The butt is down. We go right.
No, that's obviously the head.
What do you mean? It's clear as day.
Yeah, it's obviously the head.
Rico like leans down and points at the butt. Are you blind, small man?
Yeah, no, I know that's the butt of the axe, but that's not where it landed.
Otis, he's pointing at the head.
It is where it landed, and that's the head.
Reco, you're pointing at the butt.
Otis, you're a smart man, yeah? You are considered bright, smart individual. I even see this in you, but look at it. Baba, what do you see?
It went left.
Baba, you see what Reco sees. Ashlog, God, it's been a while since I did that.
That is the butt.
Da. Nyara, what do you see?
The head.
That's the head.
Thank you.
This is... What is happening?
I'm gonna.
I will roll the bones.
There's definitely something going on.
It is definitely the butt, though. And Reko's gonna lean down and pick up the axe and give it back to him.
Kalen takes it, concerned.
What did you see?
Well, I saw what you all saw.
But we're seeing different things.
Did you see the butt land down or the head?
I saw the butt land down.
Da. See.
When Kellen says that, Can I make an insight check?
Sure. Otis, you heard him say the head.
Okay.
15 on an insight.
Stop.
What are you trying to see? What are you trying to see here?
Is Kalen there? Is Kalen real or like?
Oh
is he
no.
an illusion? I'm trying to look for a glitch in the matrix here.
A glitch in the matrix. I love that. Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's there.
But we heard two different things, but
Mhm.
we didn't know that we heard two different things. So I got to told you. He said, but it's fine.
Insight check. Is Reco messing with me?
Check away. 16. Reco, are you messing with them?
I'm not going to roll. No, absolutely not.
No, Reco's not messing with you. Reco sees what he sees.
There's definitely something going on around here.
Nah.
Something's playing tricks on us.
The lights, sometimes. Well, when I was trying to find Baba, I wandered the swamp following the lights for 4, 5, and I lost count at the nights.
Well, we don't have like 4 or 5 nights to wander around the swamps. Which way are we gonna go?
Maybe we just keep going straight?
I mean, nothing's obstructing you going forward, so it's more or less just more trees and the occasional body of water, like a pond or a puddle, really.
Reco, look over at Kalen. Mark that tree there, and I will mark. I'm gonna mark the one on the left-hand side of where we're walking. I point at one on the right-hand side.
Okay, yeah. So
For him.
you walk up and mark your tree. He marks his, and just for sanity's sake, oh my God, there's a pupper. Pupper cam. Hi, Megan. Hi, Pupper.
I tried to get the pupper on the screen earlier, and she wouldn't come here. This is Cookie.
Hi, Cookie. Oh
She's been
my
hanging out for her
God.
occasion.
I love it.
I love you, Cookie.
She's a sweet girl.
So wholesome. Cookie at TwitchCon win. And so for sanity's sake, you all heard the same thing or saw the same thing. I feel like I need to make that clear at this point. Oh man. That is wholesome as hell. But yeah, so Reco marks his tree. Kalen marks his. Reco, I was just saying for sanity's sake, you all saw him mark the same tree.
Okay,
I feel I feel like I need to be clarifying this.
Yeah, no,
point.
this is good. This is
I've
good.
made
Thank
my
you.
bed. I need to lie in it now.
Otis is also gonna mark a tree, but he's gonna do it magically.
Okay, what you doing, fam?
So I have magical tinkering. I can mark things.
Okay.
So I just I don't like what's going on here. I go to a tree, and I kind of do this little motion here with a scalpel or whatever, some tool, and a just like a Otis was here sort of thing appears on it, but it's magical.
Okay. Now, do you want to do? Oh, so you choose whether it makes the sound. Okay, so you just want the Otis is here. Okay. Okay. On touch, or it's just always visible.
It's always visible.
Okay.
But I have to touch the thing to do the thing. But it's always visible there.
Oh,
after
okay.
I do
Yeah,
it.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Sounds good. And so yeah, if you guys want to continue, 3 trees have been marked now.
If we go in a circle, I guess we'll know.
Yeah.
We'll know for sure.
Yeah, I guess we keep going deeper in, same direction then.
Yeah.
Keep moving straight.
Okay. Yeah, and so as you go deeper into the forest. It definitely you're getting that feeling. You all feel it, I think. The eyes are on. It's when somebody is like staring at you and you could just like feel it on your neck. Like you feel like you're being watched the entire time you're traveling through. And every now and again, Otis, make a perception check.
Perception 15.
Yeah. 15. That's strange. There's a tree not far ahead that says Otis is here.
Yeah, son of a. We just went in a big circle, guys.
Ashlog will she will pull out her mace and she just starts shouting in Sylvan. And she's basically cursing the hag. She's saying that she's a terrible witch and that she's going to eat her raw.
Interesting.
But everyone else just hears like Ulta Iftav Kate Neo Sakutu Namian.
Otis and Nyara, make me one more perception check, each of you. 18 from Nyara and a 12 from Otis. Nyara, you're not sure if it's the echo. Ashlog's voice sounds like it's coming from right next to you and also way over there.
She like jumps immediately and then
Nyara, what is wrong?
is Ashlog doing something weird with her voice? It felt like she was right here, but then away.
Otis, you see another tree. A different one says Otis is here.
Wait. Maybe we're not going in a circle. But also maybe we are. There's another tree. I hate trees now. I just don't like them.
Ashlog, make a wisdom saving throw.
Does it end?
Jesus.
16. You, I think, in your vigor, you keep your mental coolness. You are very with it, and the biting words of the hag don't seem to do anything to you. But you hear in your brain, if I am terrible at what I do, then where are you?
Oh,
And she rhymes to the worst.
I hate her already.
Ashlog will groan and she's like,
Ah, there is another witch in this swamp. She is toying with us.
Well then,
Like,
Baba, what do we do about her?
We must kill her.
How do we find her? We're kind of at a loss for where to go.
Is the way forward obstructed yet?
no, it doesn't seem to be.
Reco like gestures with us. We go on. No more trick, no more nothing. We keep going.
All right, let's mix it up a bit. I pick up a stone and I make it croak, like on repeat, and I leave it on the ground. Just walk away from this noise.
Okay.
Fine, we go on, away from the noise.
Okay, it's worth a shot, I suppose.
We go kill the witch, yeah?
Well, that's a definite.
Good. And Reco's gonna just start trudging forward. He's getting a little frustrated. This is a lot of like big brain trickery stuff. Dude does not do well in this situation at all. He's just like, there's a path. We're using that. Let's just go.
Okay. And so as you travel, Otis, what is your passive perception? Like 11, I believe?
Yeah.
Yeah, every now and again you walk past a tree that says Otis is here.
But are we
And
walking away from the sound?
You are. Reco and Ashlog make me perception checks.
So, Nat 20.
Nat 20
Focused.
from Reco and a
Going
10
forward.
from Ashlog. Reco, you hear the frog sound on your left. It's very, very distant. But you hear it on your left, but you know you walked away from it.
I checked to see if the stone defender frog is still with us.
Oh,
and
yeah.
not croaking.
Petrus is here, and he is not
Good.
croaking.
Good. Otis,
Mhm.
I hear you are stone to the left, distant, but away. So
I don't know if this applies here or something wacky's going on,
Mhm.
but because of my keen mind, I always know which direction north is.
ooh.
Am
Otis,
I?
North has been on your right as you are all traveling westward.
Okay, so I still feel like I'm going the right way.
Yes.
Okay. Has
Well,
it
at least you
has it
feel
been
like
that
you're
way
going
the whole
west.
time?
Yes.
Or like, okay.
Yeah.
So-
You've
so
had to
then-
take the occasional slight bend around a tree or like a particularly like large bush of shrubbery and whatnot. But you're fine for the most part. You've been traveling more or less west.
Okay.
Mm.
So we keep going this way. I think she's trying to trick us to turn around.
Then let's keep going.
Okay.
Just keep trudging
All right.
until something is seen or different. Reco is keeping an eye out for winged humanoid-ish creatures, though. He's
Oh yeah.
curious about
Sure.
winged kobolds.
Yeah.
Petrus
It-
is on high alert.
Okay, yeah, and thus far, Reco and Petrus and really anybody that's passively even paying attention, have not noticed anything like that. But every now and again, Otis, you see another tree that says Otis is here, and it seems like they're getting more frequent. You're starting to see multiple ones that say it, and every now and again, you hear the croaking sound from behind you. Reco, every time this happens, you hear it on the left as well.
It is always on the left. The croaking, incessant. I do not like these games.
Well, they'll be over soon enough.
Press on.
Press on.
Reco. Trying to think of how I want to word this or how I want to handle this. I guess it would just be a perception check. I feel like it's just gonna be perception checks the entire time. It's all visual, audio, all of these different stimuli.
I mean, I guess your other option would be if insight, in case it's something that's like may or may not be real, to have insight into that thing. But I guess you're right. Yeah, mine are the same. It doesn't matter. So I'm not gonna fight for it.
No, let's call it perception for now.
21.
You swear you heard Otis say something about you being a stupid walking lizard who doesn't know left from right.
Is he gonna turn around? Otis, do you want to lead?
What?
Why do you have to say those things? I thought we were friends.
Ashlog, you hear the giggles in your head. Not the usual giggles that you hear, but like these hags giggles.
Oh, different giggles. Okay.
Different giggles. I imagine she hears things sometimes.
She would say,
Nyara, do you have any oil? We must burn the swamp.
and then she just like kind of trails off and she's just kind of addressing the swamp. She shouts, she's like,
I will burn your entire swamp to the ground. Show yourself. You stupid hag.
The hag sends her cat. Meow.
Yeah, Reco's still posturing at Otis, like hand on axe.
And I was like, oil? Why would I have oil?
No, I didn't say anything.
You said, I'm big stupid lizard, just because I do not have large brain like you, human man.
Wait, what? Otis didn't say that.
Yes, he did. I did. I hear it distinctly.
Otis didn't say anything. Reco, are you okay?
You Otis, you did not?
No, why would I? I'd never say that about you.
It sounded exactly like you.
I think this hag is getting into our heads.
Oh.
Naira, make a perception check. 23. You see marks on every single tree around you.
Her like mouth just kind of like drops and she's looking around. She's like,
What? What is it, Nyara?
there's now marks on every single tree.
DM, is there marks on every single tree?
You don't see anything.
Nyara, there are no marks. We have not been this way.
I don't like this part of the swamp, guys.
I think I am beginning to agree with Baba. Maybe we just burn it down.
Otis, make a perception check.
To 12.
12. Okay. Every now and again you see, I think you're still sort of focused on Reco and like, dude, is he feeling all right? Those shrooms, man, maybe they got to him. And every now and again out of the corner of your eye you see a light blink. But just as you turn your head, it's not there. And then you see it again and it's not there. And you see it again and it's not there. Ashlog, the laughing is getting louder.
How long has it already been nightfall, or how much longer till nightfall?
Your cheeky little internal clock would tell you it should have fallen at this point.
But it's
but
not.
The sky doesn't feel like it's changed.
So it's still like dusk-ish?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it hasn't changed.
We're just not perceiving it's changed.
I'm gonna take out my wand of magic detection, and I'm just gonna burn
Anything
magical.
You are blinded. Everything is magical here.
Oh no. Guys.
Yeah.
Make me an Arcana check, Otis. It's 21. Out of the immediate vicinity, Nyara is the only non-magical person. Reco, Kaelin, and Ashlog are all giving off auras. It's as if Nyara is the only solid person. And Petrus, of course. Can't forget dear Petrus.
All right, Petrus. You and me against the world, Petrus. I knew it'd come to this. I oh god, I don't even know what to do. Nayara,
Yeah.
how are you feeling?
Nervous? Why? I don't. Why are you using that tone?
Just think you might want to. Here you go. I give her my wand of magic detection.
Can
It's not attuned.
It's
not
a wand.
attunable.
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
You can use it.
Wowie,
Let's give that a little try.
you cheeky boy.
Yeah, he is.
Magic
Yeah, he
detection.
is.
One
Yeah, he
3
is.
charges while holding. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is the same.
This is
charge.
the last charge.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, no, this is the only other time you've used it. You used it at the
technically last
farm.
session. At the
Yeah.
farm, I used it once, and then I use it once now, and then
Doesn't
but I
it
mean,
recharge every dawn?
Yes, it does. But like, detect magic as a spell has what? It's like 10 minutes.
yeah. So it's still affecting on me, but she can also.
I see. I was gonna say if it's the focal point for the spell, I would rule that it's still
No, yeah.
casting it. But okay.
Hey.
No, yeah, range self. Yeah, okay. So yes, this would be the last charge then. Nyara, it lights up. It is sensory overload. Everything has an aura. I guess make an intelligence check.
Okay.
16. Yeah, okay. So you see like similar enough to Otis. I mean, Otis hasn't said anything, but Ashlog, Kalen, and Reco all sort of meld in this magical aura as well. Like they all give off the same sort of thing. Petrus and Otis are the only like non-magical. I mean, I guess Petrus is giving off a little bit of
Yeah,
magic because
Like,
he's
technically
made.
magical.
Yeah, but like there's a distinct difference between the entirety of a person lighting up and like magical aura coursing through a being.
Nair just kind of looks around. Otis, did we get separated from the others?
Yeah, it looks that way. And I take out my maul, and I said, Nara, you and I are the only things that are well. So is Petrus. We are the only real things around here, and I don't know what's going to happen next.
Okay.
DM, do we hear
You're
him
hearing
say that?
all of this, and it makes no fucking sense.
Oh no!
Otis, are you saying words right now?
It's not making.
He understands it. I'm sorry. He understands what you're saying. Out of context, he is just getting. It makes no sense to Reco.
The wand. What is happening? What is going on?
Mm-hmm. Sure thing, Reco.
Damn, I want to insight check Otis real quick.
Sure. Insight him. Insight check him.
I want to see. I want to find out if he's pulling this thing out. If he's gonna 18.
18.
What's the
He
mall
looks
for,
like
Otis?
he's about to swing.
No, that was an accident.
Oh, did you actually?
He's primed. He's primed.
I'm just getting ready.
He looks like he's about to swing.
Nyara backs up and she's kind of like, I guess, joining Otis, being like,
Otis, what are you doing? Nyara? What is happening?
Ooh.
Otis, what
Otis.
do we?
Tell me something only Reco would know.
For the first 3 days, I called you Big Love.
I mean, that's true.
That's really good. Ashlog, it's your turn.
How do I know that you're not real?
Otis is not real? And now he's gonna get the axe out. Otis?
I'm real, and so is Nyara.
Prove it.
I sing that song that Reco sang in the bathhouse.
Ah. Oh, you remembered the words. Pronunciation's a little off, but not bad.
It's a catchy tune.
They're real. We're real. Why do you think that we are not?
You're glowing.
He looks down at his scales. Reco is always glowing.
Reco,
No,
your
yeah.
scales look a little bit more bronze than usual.
Oh, they are quite particularly lovely this evening. Look at this. The coloring. Ah, the shine. Reco always shine.
I'm gonna put my maul away.
Yeah, as he does.
I'm gonna walk up to Reco though, and I'm gonna like put my hand on him. Do I like? Is my hand passing through? What's going on?
Reco, you see Otis walk up to you and extend a hand, and I guess you're aiming for what, like his chest or something?
Yeah.
Reco, what you see is Otis pass through you. Otis, what you see is you pass through Reco.
Oh, this is weird.
I don't like this one bit.
Wait, do it again. Do it again.
I do it again.
You could just walk right through me. Hang on. And I'm going to just like walk through him.
Oh, no.
It works. It works.
Oh, look at this. It's like Reco's a ghost.
I'm gonna.
Otis, get inside of me. Quick.
I'll weigh him like armor.
Get inside. Get inside. Wait. Get in.
Okay.
Now grab your maul.
Yeah.
Now extend your arms.
Oh.
We now have 4 arms. Look at us. Oh, yeah.
We're the ultimate warrior.
Yeah.
I think that's about it.
How do we look?
Ashlog tries to like get in between them. She's like, "Stop it! Stop it!" She's trying to like smack him away from
wait,
each other.
yeah,
Ashlog, you immediately smack Reco in the face, and Reco, you feel this.
Hey,
Otis,
hey.
your hand goes right through, or Ashlog's hand goes right through Otis, and Otis, her hand goes right through you.
Baba, quit it. We're just having a little fun. Been a very stressful day.
TM, do I know anything about something like this? Has this happened to me before?
Yeah. Is there some check I can make or something to figure out what sort of magic this is? I can, as an action, know the school of magic.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Magic.
If it's like mass illusion or something like that, then
Yeah, Otis, as an action, you what the heck? There we go. Yeah, this is definitely from the illusion school of magic. 5, sure. Ashlog, make either a history or arcana check. Sorry, I don't have it up. 24. This this is very much to you a tactic that hags use to lure people into their domain, usually with the intent of either killing them, or if they are a human child, or not even a human child, I guess a small child, devouring them.
Ashlog has probably like steadily become more and more agitated and probably a bit panicky now.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks like a nervous wreck as she kind of realizes that the bone rolling that she did earlier before we left might indicate maybe we're not going to find the girl alive.
Yeah.
I think at this point of shenanigans, the detect magic spell has sort of dissipated. Otis, as the world returns to its normal non-aura-y version, every single tree is lit up with Otis was here, and it's gradual at first, but croak, 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 croak. It becomes incessant, and it's all you hear. And Nyara, all you see are the markings of the trees. But Nyara, there's something else there. Make a perception check. 18. It's like almost as if you're seeing right outside of, like, for the first time this entire time you've been here, it looks like you're seeing maybe a clearing over the shoulders of Reco and Ashe Log. Behind them, you see this, like, what looks to be a place where the trees open up, and it's far, but you swear you see a body slumped against a tree. And with an 18, it almost, if you squint, it almost looks like Kaylin. Hey guys, want to take a break?
God.
What?
Dang it, dude! Come on! Oh, okay, fine.
Dude, I knew
Fine,
Kaylin
Rob.
wasn't real.
Fine.
I absolutely
We'll take-
Kaylin wasn't
we'll-
real.
We'll take a freaking holy F. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into what is turning out to be quite an interesting episode of DieFall Cypress. We'll be right back in about 3 to 5 minutes. Jesus Christmas. Hey guys, wanted to thank you once again for tuning into DieFall Cypress episode 12. If you're new here and you want to get caught up on any of the other episodes that we have done, any of the other games, you can find us in podcast form on Apple iTunes, SoundCloud, and Spotify under DieFall Dungeons & Dragons, as well as on YouTube on youtube.com/runawayrobot. I'd like to thank everyone for their support today. Holy crap, you guys have been amazing, and thank you for being here. So earlier we had Wexler's Prime, Itchy Nipples, Van Lidger, all followed. Thank you very much. The Lady May, Stella Luna, and Ludus, and Bonus Stage Rob. Thank you all for subscribing today. Holy moly, absolutely incredible. Ayo Annabelle, thank you for the follow. Kestel Enan for the follow as well. Tornado Hunter, thank you for the follow. Devil Syringe, thank you for the follow as well. And Nyx resubscribed for 22 months in a row. Big thank you to Nyx the third, 2 months off of that 2 years. Thank you so much. LB Hack'em Up, 200 bits. Thank you. And Bob, thank you for gifting a sub to Bisix. I don't know how to say that without saying all of the S's there, but a tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. We'll be right back to the madness that is apparently episode 12 of Cypress. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourself, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to DieFall Cypress episode 12, part 2. Where we left off, nothing is real. We're all going to die, and that's pretty much it. DM, can you describe for us one more time the scene that we left on?
Sure. So, Otis and Ashlog, you're watching as, Reco and Ashlog are watching as Otis and Nyara seem to come out of something. Nyara and Otis, you would know this to be the detect magic spell that is now wearing off. And Otis, you are overwhelmed by the sounds of the things that you have left in the woods, and the sights and sounds. So you are seeing every tree is lit up with Otis was here, Otis was here, Otis was here, Otis was here. And the croaking of your little stone frog is echoing louder and louder and louder and louder. And Nyara, you are the first one who sees past the shoulders of the other two who aren't really there. You've found out that there's a clearing over their shoulders, and you see off in the distance, a few hundred feet away, what looks like the slumped over body of Kaylin, who is also standing right next to the party.
Naira's just gonna look at Kaylin, look at the clearing, look at Kaylin, look at the clearing. Otis,
What?
Can you see that clearing?
Yeah. I'm gonna. I
Just
cast
keeps
magical
yelling.
tinkering on myself 3 times, just for everything to stop. Does everything stop?
I'm sorry, what?
So I can only have 3 magical tinkering things at a time. And so if I cast it on myself 3 times, everything I have in the world like set up will just disappear technically, because they'll just
Just stops
expire.
working.
Yeah.
So all his little frogs just go away.
I love that. I think it doesn't feel like it's working, and you're just kind of frantically like and the hag is cackling louder and louder in Ashlog's head.
Otis, what are you
Um,
doing? Quit hitting yourself.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Why are you yelling?
I'm not. Why are you whispering?
What? Nayara, what do you need? He's obvious there's something wrong with him.
She's like, does anyone else see a body over there?
DM, do I see a body
What's
over
the
there?
point?
So Nyara points past you, and Ashlog and Reco, you look over your shoulders, and there's more forest.
Just
You turn around back to Nyara, and right behind her, you see the body of Kalen slumped against a tree.
is Kalen still next to us, or is it just the body?
No, he's still next to you.
He like quickly checks. He reaches out. Reco tries to touch Kalen.
He backs away. What?
No, stay still. You saw what Otis did, yeah? Let me just see if it still works on you.
Dude, what are you trying to do to me?
Give me your hand.
No.
You do not trust Reco?
I don't know what's happening right now.
How close is the body, DM?
You could probably like tops 100 feet. Like it's
so it's
not
a pretty
far.
good ways.
It's but it's not as far as Nyara is seeing it. I know that you
Off
wouldn't
the path
off the
is what I'm at.
Yes.
It's off the path 100
yes
feet.
yes.
I don't care. Reco, no, Reco wants to do that. Kalen, please. I'd like to try and persuade him.
Roll persuasion check.
I don't think I'm good at this, but hey. 14.
14. It doesn't seem to calm him. He is backing away and pulling out his knife now.
No, Caleb, please don't.
Does Otis see the body slumped?
Otis, all you see is Otis was here everywhere.
I think we just need to keep going.
No, it's gonna be like, we're all seeing things, we're all hearing things. Let's put our weapons away. Kaylin, please.
Ashlog, you're hearing the cackling, and it softens. And everybody, you hear Kaylin giggling. It starts as a nervous. Kaylin vanishes.
Mother.
I knew it. He was too pretty to start out with.
Why are you still yelling? I know he is gone. Quit yelling. Oh, I yelled
Otis.
as well.
Everything around you, the lights of Otis was here, all blink out one at a time. Blink, 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 all sort of converging on the body of Kalen lying in the middle of the road, right in front of you. It almost appears out of nowhere.
Petrus, if I die today, you'll have about 3 days to live. But if I die, just yeah.
Do we all see the body?
As Otis sort of zeroes in on it, everybody looks down, and yes, you all see it.
Reco looks back over to where he thought it was.
Nothing there.
Oh no.
Naya will go up to the body and check it out.
Can we all see it?
It's very gingerly, very tenderly. Okay.
You do see him there on the ground, yes?
As you all look up to find one another and speak to them, Otis and Ashlog, you are all the way, like you're about, the two groups of you are about 50 feet away from one another.
Oh, so we're like looking at each other and then his body's in the middle?
You look at the body in the middle, and then you look up, and you're Reco and Ashlog, you see Nyara and Otis looking at a body like 50 feet away with their backs turned to you.
But we don't see the body.
No, you
At
do.
our
You're
feet.
both seeing bodies.
Oh.
You all
Oh.
see the body, look down, look up, and realize you're all looking in different directions at different bodies.
Fuck, man.
But we all see all the bodies? Or both bodies?
Okay.
This is a very confusing time for me.
Yeah, this is, hey, man, I'm not, my little brain doesn't.
Reco and Ashlog, you look down. You see a body. Otis says, "Are you seeing this?" You look up to respond to him. He is standing 50 feet away with Nyara and Petrus looking down at the ground at a body.
Okay.
There is
From
still a
here.
body at your feet.
Okay, from here, do they look like the same body?
"50 feet, yeah, there's no check needed. Reco, it looks like they're not looking at Kalen.
What are you guys doing over there? Do you
we-
not see Kalen has fallen?
Do we think we see Kaylin?
You see
God, what-
Kalen.
Oh God.
Who is that over there?
Kaylin!
No, Kalen is right here on the ground.
Not
Dead.
this
What?
yet.
right
What? Does
here
he
on
just
the
look like he's
ground.
laying there? Does he have like wounds? Is there gore, viscera?
He just looks cold and pale.
It's like he just fell over dead.
He's just dead.
Naira wants
Touch
to
the body.
investigate the body
Yeah, I want to.
at our feet.
Yeah. So you touch it and it feels like you feel for a pulse and there's no pulse there. You make a medicine check.
Can I help her make that?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Baba, can you tell if is this really Kalen?
So I'd roll advantage since you helped.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will check to see if ours is Kaylin.
That's a pair of 20s, dirty 20s for Nyara. So Nyara, you examining the body, I mean, are you trying to determine like cause of death? Are you just trying to make sure this is like an actual half-elven body?
I'm making sure it's Kaylin or who we know or figure is
Okay.
Kaylin.
Okay. So as you examine the body, it feels like a body. It's cold as the grave. There's no pulse. Looking down, I think you're examining, just trying to figure out a cause of death. And you look back up at the face, and that's not Caitlin.
Do I recognize this face?
No. Just another half elf.
Otis, are you did you just see the it's no longer Kaylin? She's like pointing at the face.
Does it look like Halen?
It doesn't.
You're right.
Now I'll be like, this isn't Kaylin.
Reco and Ashlog, what are you doing?
I am checking the body.
Okay. Yeah, Ashlog, roll me a medicine check, I suppose.
It's a body.
It's 17. It sure is a body. You come to a very similar. I think you have a very similar experience where you're checking. You're trying to figure out what the hell happened to this guy. He was just with us, and then you look back up at his face, and that's not Kalen. Just another. This one's a full elf.
Reco, this is a different person. It is not Kaylin.
What do you... Reco's been like looking over at the other group and he looks at... What do you mean? It's always been...
And you look down. Yeah, that's not him.
You know, Baba, I am very thankful, and let me say this again, that you did not play this many tricks on me when I tried to find you. Reco's head hurts. We need to find these hag. 2 bodies, both not Kalen. Kalen's not around because Kalen disappeared. There is no, like, Kalen around.
There's no Kalen around.
Kalen may not even be real at all. But little girl is still missing. And if it's out here in this mess, well, we need to keep going.
Some witches are more evil than others.
And Ashlog will do a very quick, like, funeral rite kind of thing. She just kind of murmurs down in Sylvan to the person, throw some dirt on their face.
Sure. Yeah, and so you perform this funeral rite, and the voice in your head speaks up again and says, "Oh, they were fun puppets, but the girl wanted Kaylin, so I brought her Kaylin."
Oh, Ashlog just screams. She just like lets out this like blood curdling like frustration out, and then she just starts stomping over towards Nyara and Otis. She says, "We must kill the hag. We must kill her."
Baba, are you okay?
She has the girl.
The girl lives?
I don't know, but I know in my bones that she is with her.
Yes, then we must go. Look up. Otis, Nyara! We have to keep going. The hag has the girl.
Didn't think there was any turning back at this point.
Is there like a distinct direction? Does the path continue onwards? Because we're in 2 different locations now. What looks right?
Yeah, so at this point you've reconvened and you are all in the same location. Just 4 friends between 2 bodies, you know. Just
Do we still know which way is north? Otis?
Otis will be
Yeah.
able to tell you that you not only is north the same direction that you were sure it was before Otis, you haven't really gone anywhere. From the point that, and you look to your right and you still see the mushrooms that release those spores. Still sort of trampled on. The spores sitting on the ground. It's as if you've just been standing here.
Okay.
Well, I hope you're all proud of yourselves there. Really, I do. Have a nice vacation. Welcome back to the real world. Let's get on this. Let's go. There's a girl to save. Come on. My God, man. I just start
talking about?
walking west.
Yeah, no, he goes and
Wait, is Kaylin with us?
no.
Yeah, Kalen poofed, and then we thought he was dead.
Kellen
And then he's
voiced
not
out,
dead.
baby.
And then she said she brought him Kalen, but you haven't told us any of that, so we're just gonna go west. And I go, fine. And then just trudge after Otis. This is ridiculous, by the way.
All right, yeah, and Otis, as you're trudging forward, you're starting to see, with your passive perception being an 11, you're starting to notice, like, kind of, passively, that you're actually seeing different scenery now. It feels like you're making progress. So it seems, if you had to guess, the whatever illusion was causing that is over. And as you travel in, you stumble upon something that looks very familiar to you. Kalen's hunting knife in a tree, just stabbed into the bark of the tree. And that's about all you notice.
DM?
Mhm.
Am I actually missing one of my hand axes?
Ooh, that's a good question. Now, if I remember correctly, you picked it up, you flipped it, and then you grabbed it. I don't know that you ever handed it,
Picked it up.
back to him.
I did say I hand it
Yeah.
back to him.
You
did.
did hand it back to him.
Mhm.
The hand axe is missing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Otis seems
do
to
we
have
see the knife?
Yeah, Otis seems to have stopped in front of a tree with a knife sticking out of it.
Well, that looks familiar.
Too familiar. Is it the same? Can I make some sort of check? Is it the same tree that he marked?
Okay. Yeah, so he had actually marked a couple trees, but roll me a history check anyway. I guess, yeah, okay. Yeah, history. 15. Yeah, no, so this does not look like a familiar, just kind of like the general area that you're in does not look familiar to you. This just kind of looks like an area that maybe he was in or something, and he stabbed into the tree, and then he moved on. Whether or not he wanted to move on or not, or was dragged, who's to say? Nayara and Ashlog are the one with 15 passive perception.
Yes.
Yeah, so you guys immediately, like, coming up to the area, it just doesn't feel right. Like, it feels like there was some sort of a scuffle here. I think you noticed things that Reco and Otis maybe didn't. Just passively, like, whoa, okay, yeah, like, this was done deliberately, and there is evidence that some sort of scuffle happened, and then who knows?
Can I investigate to see if there's a trail? that
For
goes
sure.
up?
Yeah. Roll investigation. And remind me of any feats that apply to this. I'm 23. All right, feats be damned. You can surmise where you presume Caleb to have been dragged off to. You see in your investigation near where the knife was stabbed into the tree, there's also like claw marks on nearby like rocks and trees. The greenery, shrubbery, whatever, foliage, there we go, that's the word, seems disturbed, as though maybe like somebody fell into it or whatever. Like, it just seems like it's been disturbed. and yeah, and you see after all of that, you do see a trail of what look to be humanoid footprints and some that maybe have a little bit more claw to them.
Oh boy. Just she's still worried that maybe there's illusions going around. Just does everyone else see these marks? I don't think Kaylin went willingly. And she's like pointing to where like the footprints are.
Yeah, everybody, if you choose to look, what Nair is pointing out to you is visible.
Well, at least we all see this one.
Reco, roll me history.
Oh, good. Great. Reco's going to use his big old brain with his negative to roll history. It's 10. That's
10.
better than it was last week.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're rolling a hell of a lot better than last week. The claw marks and the footprints all look distinctly koboldish.
These are kobolds. At least they are on the ground instead of flying like some fancy. And he looks over at Otis. Kobolds do not fly, but these at least walk and seem to have been dragging something away. We may be able to follow. I think this is our path.
Nair, and she shakes her head in it. I think so. At least it's far more tangible than anything we've had so far.
Tangible, yes. Let us go. And Reko's gonna attempt to follow the path, hopefully with a little help from his friends.
Yeah, Nair will definitely, I think, be the lead in following this.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah,
Totally.
take point.
So Mystery Inc. Gets the band back together, and
Scooby Doo now.
you guys are having another Scooby Doo moment. It's great. But yeah, so as you all follow the path, you're seeing evidence that these folks walked quite a ways. And eventually, Reco, you do come up to a stump with your hand axe, just kind of wedged into it.
Well, I'm glad that this one is not lost, but interesting that someone would leave it behind. He's gonna walk up to it pretty casually and attempt to take it out of the stump.
Sure, yeah. So you easily are able to remove it from the stump, and
Puts it on his belt.
yeah, just pop it right in, and you roll an intelligence check.
Oh yeah,
Reco.
this is good.
This
yeah.
is a Reco skill.
2 intelligence rolls in a row.
Yeah.
11, one better.
11.
Smart boy.
11. Let me think about this.
Slightly smarter than the average bear.
Reco, I think upon removing it from the stump, you sort of like look in the direction that the handle was pointing, and you notice a clearing.
The trees, they clear out over this way. Do the tracks seem to be going that way as well? Best I can tell.
Best you can tell, yeah.
Seems Seems our band of kobolds went that way as well.
So the axe is pointing in that direction?
Yeah, the handle of the axe was pointing in that direction.
Seems mighty convenient.
Mighty convenient.
Reco doesn't realize any problem with this and is going to continue following the trail out into the clearing.
All right.
Ashlog follows Reco.
So do I.
Yeah, all right. And yeah, so as
will
Hmm?
follow, but she will take out her short bow.
okay, yeah, and so as you, could I get just like a marching order?
Reco's in front.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ashlog would be right behind him.
Okay.
Otis is shortly behind.
Okay.
Petrus at his side,
Hell yeah, the lad.
hopping along.
And Naira at the rear.
Yes.
Okay.
DM, I wonder why you'd be asking this question.
Who's to say, really? I just
A nice swamp clearing?
yeah. And so the clearing sort of, as you approach the clearing, the water, or rather the ground sort of gives way to a more watery, moist area. And the every now and then puddle sort of becomes a more frequent, like this seems to be more of a almost lightly flooded area. And your steps sort of like slosh in the water. It's not enough to be considered difficult terrain, but it is a noticeable difference. It's very audible. And you, as you approach the clearing, you kind of come up on what looks to be almost like an old ruined. The walls have crumbled so much that it's hard to tell what purpose this building served. But the stone walls are very much different than the like wooden walls of the farmhouses and everything that you've seen. It almost looks like maybe it was an old like fort, like a military fort, maybe. Small outpost, maybe. There's no discernible like crest, like the old trading camp had the Kingdom of Prospera's like crest on some of the old materials, but there's no discernible crest on any of the structure, any part of the structure. But what is immediately noticeable is Kalen standing there, sort of hunched over, looking in your direction. And sitting on the walls are 4 winged kobolds kind
do
of
they
perched around him.
That is impossible. The kobolds don't fly. Kalen, what are you doing up there? Why did you leave us, huh?
With flying kobolds, no less.
Ah,
Yeah, that flying kobolds. Yeah.
you know, Otis, if it weren't for this change in music in my brain right now, we would have so much more to talk about. But I get the feeling that we're going to have to address this winged kobold problem in front of us before we can start talking more about where kobolds come from.
What you've been thank you for stalling, by the way. What
You're
you've
welcome.
been
I'm going to map
addressing
screen
is
now.
what you've been addressing is Kalen slowly morphs. The illusion peels away, and sort of the same way that Ashlog's magic sort of has that like almost rot and ashy quality to it. The skin of Kalen sort of like, it looks almost necrotic at the edges as it sort of peels back and reveals the grotesque form of a hag standing in the middle of this ruined building. And she just cackles and says, "Well, you found me."
Oh, it is not Kalen.
I invite you, my friends, to roll initiative.
Oh, you
Baba!
absolutely know it.
I think we found the hag.
Ashlog just kind of yells out and she says,
What did you do to the girl? I will eat you.
Click your token before you roll initiative, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, the one time I forgot to remind.
It's okay.
A goof gift.
Ashlog's trying to eat people, so I get it.
You know, that makes sense. It's in character for her.
Just rolled
okay.
even higher on it.
Oh yeah, and I suppose now Otis, does your Iron Defender go on your turn?
He goes on my initiative, but right after my turn.
Okay. Cool. Gotta love that the winged kobolds have weapons attached to them, but the spies didn't.
I think there might have been an issue with like the version you might have grabbed.
Potentially.
Roll20 does weird stuff sometimes, but generally they're pretty good.
It's funny because I just noticed that they have them, and I was like, "That's
Yeah, they should. The hag should as well. If you
Oh.
pulled directly from the thing.
yeah." Oh, whoa! Why is it asking me to enable fog of war? Oh, am I on the wrong layer? No, I'm on the right layer. I can't click on their tokens. Help! There we go.
We good?
I think so. That was
Okay.
weird.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's really just asking me to turn on fog of war. I have to like right click on them to select their token.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Hopefully it works.
I figured it out.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Everything's fine. It's weird. Like I can't click on any of them. I have to like right click everywhere. Oh, potentially because I'm on the fog of war tool. That might do it. GG, Rob.
Is that why?
GG.
We got it, boys.
Nice.
We've done it.
I'm so good at everything. Wowee. So that's Nyara with a 21, Reco with a 10, Ashlog with a 9, and Otis and Co with an 8. Everybody else seems to go first. But Nyara, you're actually at the top of the order.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
And I already had my bow out.
Hell yeah.
So I'm just gonna take a step behind Petros here.
Oh yeah.
And fire an arrow over his head at this hag.
Oh man. Yeah.
Oh,
Roll
I
me.
counted the squares. We're good.
Okay,
I just
perfect.
wanted to
was
show
gonna-
chat.
I was switching over to the thing when I saw you do it. So hit that attack for me, please. A 16. Yeah, a 16. Ooh, just misses her. She's able to she seems to know what you're about to do before you do it and just sort of steps out of the way of the arrow. Would you like to do anything else?
I'm gonna see if I can hide behind Petros. I'm just gonna duck behind this frog.
A 10. Okay.
Totally hidden. Totally hidden.
That's a
Yeah.
10 on her stealth. There we go. This big old frog.
Totally hidden.
Goofy ass frog. Okay. And so it is now the hag's turn. And she disappears. She is now invisible. Voip. She gone. And
They're
yeah, you know. That's
Oh, and then every kobold goes.
yeah,
goes,
this
that's
winged
right.
kobold. Okay, so their fly speed is the same. So they are going to dismount from where they are. And this fella is gonna use his action to dash and fly over there. This fella is gonna use his action to dash and fly over there. They are both perched on the tops of these, like this sort of like archway that has like a crumbled top, so it's really just two pillars sitting there. And these other two little good boys are going to use their movement to come right up here and ready their old daggers.
Oh, good. They came closer.
And one of them, the second one to go, picks up a rock off the ground and throws it at Reco. Does an 11 hit you, Reco?
Reco will put the shield up and let it hit the shield. It does not hit him, but he's gonna like block it with it
Okay.
and put it down and be like, "So you are winged kobolds. Whoever thought that wings should belong on kobold bodies? Stupid little partial dragons. I shall show you what real dragon blood is."
I love it. And just for clarity's or transparency's sake, I am aware that I used the dropped rock attack. I was treating it as a smaller ranged weapon that would do less damage.
I didn't realize it was an actual attack. No, it does
Technically-
not hit.
Yeah. Technically, dropped rock is one target directly below the kobold, but I wanted him to pick up a pebble, and so I rolled that as the weapon anyway. Just getting ahead of that explainer. Reco, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Reco would like to rage.
Oh, so unlike him. He's usually so level-headed.
Yeah, no, totally. Absolutely. Well, they came closer. Reco's now raging.
Sure.
Reco's going to close distance with the two here.
Okay.
We good to go, DM?
Oh, yeah.
He's going to swing his axe at the one directly in front of him here.
All right. So roll me.
Oh, that's a
here.
crit fail. DM,
Oh,
that's
dear
that's
Lord.
That's a critical failure.
That was a hardcore crit fail. Wowie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you take
Yeah.
a swipe and he just sort of like jumps off the ground and flutters his wings.
He goes over it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You stupid doings! I will cut them from your body.
Oh man, Reco, is that any? Would you like to do anything else?
I got nothing else right now. I
Okay.
gotta take one of my rages and then we're good to go.
All right, fella. Okay, so Ashlog, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Ashlog would like to rage. No, wait, she can't do that.
Take some levels in Barbarian. Let's go. I want to see this.
Yeah.
So this is 30 feet. She's gonna like just charge forward, and she's just screaming. Ah! I don't want to break the mic.
It's all good.
And then as she's coming up, she is going to throw her hand up and then cast Shield of Faith on Reco.
The
Ooh,
lad.
yeah.
See the ash coming down.
Cheeky little bonus action there.
Yes.
She says, "Kill them all, Reco. Spare none of them."
And then
I'm
she's
so excited.
just gonna smack the one in front of her with a mace.
Okay. A 20. Yeah, let me check my notes. I believe that hits. Please roll damage.
Tee
4. Okay, so you bonk the guy right in front of you, and he's still like giggling at his little friend who jumped over the Dragonborn swing. And you clock him right in the mouth. And he is looking hurt. These guys are kind of like lanky. They're little scrawny, lanky, gross dragon-ish boys, draconic lads. They don't look like they do this much. So he's looking hurt. Ashlog, is there anything else you would like to do?
No, thank you. That's everything.
Okay, Otis, it is your turn, my boy.
Okay, let's see this here. Otis is going to rush up 30 feet. Bam! And his well, I guess we'll do that defender after Otis's turn. Otis is going to cast Fairy Fire. within 60 feet.
Oh yeah, what's the block for that?
It's a 20-foot block. So this whole block here. Basically what happens is Otis like lets go of looks like a little stick of dynamite, and he kind of chucks it over in that block. It's a 20-foot block, so it includes this little place.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, can I?
And
Yeah, you can grab it.
as it starts to go off, starts like spin, and this like sort of colored powder starts to poof out of it, and it fills up this 20 block. And if there is a creature in that 20 block, it has to make a dex saving throw or have a dim outline, and it cannot benefit from being invisible.
Got it. Okay. So, nothing seems to wait. Any creature?
Any creature, yeah.
Yeah, nothing seems to light up in this square.
As well as any objects. Any objects in that square are now lit up.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
have
So
to make a dex saving throw, but
the objects have to make a dex saving throw.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah. No, there's nothing. I mean, there's like rocks and maybe the odd like bone on the ground. They light up.
Well, it's worth a shot, gang.
Yeah, no. Is it
Good.
persistent or is it just one time?
It's
I think it
it's
lasts
just
for
time.
One
Just
time.
One time. It's an action.
one time. Okay.
Bye.
And then with bonus action, I'm gonna create some magic stones in my pocket.
Mhm.
And that's me out of Otis's turn.
Okay. So what does Petrus do anything?
Yeah, Petrus is gonna move up here, and he's just gonna take the dodge action,
Okay.
and that's his turn.
Okay.
I just realized we left Nyara all alone in the back line here. and I'm getting a
Nyara,
little
it's your
worried about
turn.
it.
What would you like to do?
Just gonna run over to some shrubs.
Yeah, there you go. Get the shrubs.
Alright.
Shrubs.
Shrub
And
life.
just gonna take a shot at winged kobold there at the top.
Okay. 13. That is enough to hit. Which one were you aiming at? Just for
Yeah.
this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Roll that ill damage. A ferv.
Think should have been
Well, I don't know. Is that kobold threatened?
there. No, I don't think so.
is he threatened?
Yeah, so if it's threatened, right? If it's in combat with something.
Oh no. He's
I figured because it's on top of the thing, it's
Yeah.
not.
perched
But
up there. Yeah.
Exactly.
So it would just be the 5. No worries.
I'm gonna hide in the bushes.
Okay.
Or attempt to.
Yeah. Take your bonus
better.
stealth. Okay, so yeah, you kind of duck into the bushes. And he he takes the arrow and sort of like gets landed flat on his ass, and then when he stands back up, he looks and he's just kind of like and he seems a little confused. So is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
Okay.
I like how the hag disappeared off the turn order, which is
Yeah.
nerve-wracking to say the least.
Yeah. It's might be her turn. Who knows? Just doing some stuff.
She's just eating the child somewhere.
Yeah,
That's
she
like-
just
that's-
having a
just eating her
snack,
kid.
man.
Yeah. She's like,
all
oh,
right.
they're here. Oh,
Yeah.
we gotta cut it close. All right. Well.
All right, and so this kobold, I think, is going to flit down to where he had seen you previously, which is kind of around here, and he's just sort of like looking around, and I think he's going to take his action to make a perception check. A 5. He doesn't see what he is looking for, which would be the number of that bitch what hit him with the arrow.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like so that's his turn. And this other one is going to flit over to where his brother was, but on his way over, he's going to drop a rock on Petrus. Does a 14 hit Petrus?
Does a
Dis-
14 hit Petrus? I have
I
no
don't
idea.
Well, let's find out.
It does not. He's got a 15 AC.
Holy.
This
So
rock
Petrus,
frog.
the strong sentinel that he is just like
Too swift. Too swift.
looks up and narrows his eyes. And yeah, so the kobold in front of Reco is gonna lash out with a tiny little like improvised dagger. It looks like
Yeah.
maybe it's
Yeah.
carved out of bone. Does a 12 hit you?
It does not.
Oh, it doth not. Okay, so that is Oh, I'm sorry. He gets pack tactics. So let me roll. Oh, so that would be the
It's a
19. Okay, so
it does hit.
It does.
Yeah. I forgot. They have pack tactics.
Yeah, I did too until right there. 5 piercing
5.
damage halved to 2 for you, my
Yep.
boy.
Ah!
I think he gets your little like schwink like right on the shin. It's just a scrape.
My kneecap.
My kneecap. And the one in front of Ashlog is going to make a swang with his dagger. Does it? He crits. Because again, pack tactics. Ashlog, you will take 8 piercing damage. Is
cow.
Shield of Faith concentration?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll handle that on your turn, Ski. Luckily, Reco is next. Reco, what would you like to do?
Ah! Stupid little... Ah! He's going to attack the one in front of him again. Hopefully, this time, I don't know, actually hitting him. Does a 17 hit?
Yeah, I believe it does. Roll damage, please. That is 11.
So that's 11 plus.
Mhm.
I'm going to just go ahead and do it because why the heck not? The Raging Storm, which we've never had to deal with before.
Ooh, read that for me, my boy.
So I got to go find it now.
No, let me take a look.
Here it is. I got it. I can post it. It's going to be way too long.
So
but
you
here, this is it.
are-
The
which-
Storm Aura.
You
So-
are Tundra.
No. C, which
You're
is
C.
lightning.
Lightning.
so-
okay.
So starting at 3rd level, you emanate a stormy magical aura when you rage. So this is the first time this happens, DM.
I
don't
love it.
I don't know. So what happens? I hit this guy really hard.
Yeah. So, Reco, I think the rage of being cut sort of like the air kind of crackles a bit around you. And maybe the edges of your mouth. You haven't used the lightning breath today, have you?
Nope.
The edges of your mouth sort of crackle with lightning too. And you rage and bring it down. I think for flavor, you two-hand it.
Okay.
You bring your axe down and just it not only cleaves this kobold in half, but actually sears him with lightning damage as you do. And he would be knocked prone if there were anything left of him to be knocked prone. So make of that what you will, but this little fella's dead. Golly.
Huh.
Would you like to do anything else?
Reko's too enraged to bother with it. He's going to stand over the corpse of the kobold, like kind of swatting whatever, like the wings are like up haphazardly or whatever, just like swats him to the side with the axe and looks at the other ones. You're next.
I love it. All right. Ashlog, please roll me for that concentration. Ooh, the Shield of Faith sort of dissipates. I think as the storm aura crackles, the Shield of Faith sort of kind of like dissipates and the ashes fall to the ground, replaced with this like glorious aura of just like tangible storm. Like it's as if a storm is following Reco right now. I don't believe anybody's seen this before, right?
No,
Yeah.
this just happened. So it extends
Love it.
from 10 feet from me in every direction. There's a literal storm that is occurring
Wow.
10 feet
Yeah,
in
so I
every
think
direction from Reco.
as you landed that attack, it's spread, and now there is a storm raging around Reco. So yeah, Ashlog, what would you like to do?
Makes for really like dramatic wind and lightning
Yeah,
poses. You
yeah.
know, it's super nice on the camera.
Yeah.
Ashlog is like,
This is the destiny I knew you would embrace.
she says that as she's, and then she's like, "Hi-ya!" Tries to smack brain this guy with a mace.
Sure.
Screw him.
An 11. It does not hit him, unfortunately. I think he deftly sort of like flutters out of the way. His eyes dart back to Reco as like in sheer terror, but he is still kind of with it enough to dodge your blow.
And then she raises her hand up again, and she's going to cast Shield of Faith again on
All
her.
right. Fair enough. So yeah.
So now they're just like
once-
blowing ashes everywhere in a
Yeah,
storm with
once-
lightning
so,
and shit.
So I think as the winds have picked up, the like there's like dust from the ruins that sort of slowly form into the ash, and the Shield of Faith kind of returns with a spiral around Reco and sort of latches itself onto him once more.
Yeah, as Ashlog casts his spell, she says,
Embrace destiny, Reco. Today is your day.
Nice. Love it. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'll move here.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, so you've now surrounded this poor little fella. Otis, it's now your turn. What would you like to do?
How high is this guy within 5 feet of me or no? Is it like 10 feet up?
Unfortunately, it's 10 feet up. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's good for him.
It's very good for that guy.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to, as an action, I'm going to throw one of my little magic stones at this kobold here.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I click the button, that's not the right button. Here we go. That's a natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh, which kobold are you throwing it at? The one up there?
No, the one right here. That's kind of like.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Roll the damage on that.
Oh, hell yeah.
So yeah, you flick this stone above Petrus, and it sails, and it goes. Anybody know if kobolds have ears, or do they have like ear
They do.
holes? Oh,
Well,
okay. Oh yeah,
sort of.
Okay. It goes in one and out the other as he falls to the ground, completely brained by this flying stone. Pew! Just through his head. Just. Boop.
And I think let me think here. Yeah, I guess our little Iron Defender friend is just going to take the dodge action again,
Okay.
and he's just gonna hang out right there.
Sounds good. All right, Nayara, this is your turn. You've just seen a very high-speed pebble just totally brain this fella.
Sure did.
What would you like to do?
So his little friend now up in the same spot.
Mhm.
No idea I'm there, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
So would I have advantage on this roll?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna peek out. I'm gonna take a shot at him.
20 will hit. Roll that damage with that sneak attack. Golly. Yeah, 13 total damage is enough to totally headshot this guy and demolish him in one shot. Boom. He falls. I think he falls back into the bushes that you're hiding.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a step further in for now and
Mm-hmm.
roll to hide.
Okay.
19.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Nice. Good hide.
Feels good. Good hide on that one. And now let me take a look at this. Pardon me.
No pardons here.
Okay. Fair enough.
Does the hag come back?
Oh, you
The
know.
very next day. Thought she was a goner, but she ate the child really quickly and decided to come out to play.
You know.
Don't break Ashlog's heart.
Just
Um,
reading some stuff.
Yeah, if she cast invisibility, that only lasts one round.
It was not invisibility.
Okay.
Yes. But she does appear.
Oh no, it's bad news.
She boop. Ashlog.
This bitch!
Yes.
That would be.
Does a 25 hit you?
Oh my god.
Bring it.
Oh, bruh.
14
Oh,
slashing
she's
damage.
just down!
That sucks.
She's just down!
The hag knocks you out,
Oh no.
and she looks up and points at you, Reco. You're next.
Is this the first down?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remove you from the turn order, you from the turn order, you from the turn order. The little kobold in front of Reco is actually going to attempt to fly away. He looks in horror at the hag. I think this is not a servitude that he particularly enjoys, if you had to guess. He flies away. It does, I believe, incur an attack of opportunity from Reco if you'd like to take one.
Oh, yes.
Oh, would you?
I would. 23 DM, does that hit?
Yeah, I believe that hits. Please roll that damage.
That's 7 total.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you bat him out of midair and fling him, and he slams against this wall here and slumps down. Deceased.
Reco, after swinging the axe, puts it over. You will not have her today.
All right, Reco,
And
it's
he's
your
going
turn.
to stand over the fallen body of his friend that you can't see right now. You'd have to move him to the front.
Please
but
hold.
I am tiny. I promise you can see him.
And Reco will attempt to attack this hag and swing the axe. DM does a 13 hit.
13 is not going to hit, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
With my my bonus action,
Sure.
so I swing the axe.
Yeah.
And it misses, but the path of the Storm Herald, the aura still takes effect, and so the lightning still attempts to hit, right? So
Oh, okay.
so they're going to have to roll a DC 11 saving throw for the 5 lightning damage that strikes directly afterwards.
Dex?
Yes.
Okay. 20.
So
yeah.
she makes it. So he misses the swing, the lightning hits, and they both miss. But he's there. It's combat time, boys.
Good shit.
Let's do it.
It's happening. Ashlog, it is your turn. Please roll me a saving throw.
Ashlog will gurgle on some blood. Oh, quite literally.
3. Please mark one failure. Ooh.
That's fine. Don't sweat it.
Yeah, Otis, you got this, right?
No, absolutely. Don't worry.
Hell yeah,
Don't
brother.
worry.
Hell yeah.
I just got it all under control.
Okay. Otis, it is now your turn. What to do?
Running over here. I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on Ashlog.
Aw, look at this fella.
At first level there.
Whoa!
11. Ashlog, you get 11 points back. And you are now prone, but you gasp.
You got dragon crotch directly in your face.
Yeah, you gasp. You inhale a sharp intake of breath and maybe get a whiff of what Reco's cooking.
Oh god.
Don't like that.
Standing above you. Don't like that. Not one bit.
Are you kidding me?
To
You
be
always mention
honest-
how bad she smells. Like,
Yeah.
that's not fair.
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You're up.
And for my next trick,
Ew, hags are amphibious. Ew. Anyway, sorry. I just saw that on the sheet. It's just so gross to me that she can breathe water too.
is terrifying.
I hate it.
And Petrus is gonna make his first little attack roll.
Oh, baby boy!
He's gonna rush
Chat,
up. He's gonna try and
Clap
bite.
for Petrus.
He's gonna try and bite. Let's see. That's a 6.
He tried his
6
best.
is not gonna. He's doing his best, man. That is not
He
gonna.
tried his best.
Unfortunately.
Clap for him anyways, chat.
Clap.
Clap for him anyways.
Claps in chat, please.
Good try, frog friend. That's gonna be the end of his turn.
Okay. All right, Nyara. It is now your turn. Your vision is currently obscured by this pillar right here.
Yeah, she's hearing things going on,
Oh, sure.
and yeah, she's.
And I mean, the storm is still raging around Reco, so.
7. All right.
Whoa.
Uh, take aim and fire
Golly.
at the hag from the other side.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
swift.
Yeah.
Like, she moves, though, man. She moves.
Oh, yeah.
Would you say she's as swift as a coursing river?
I mean, there is
Yes.
the strength of a great typhoon around you.
All the way around. Yeah, you just ran directly into the storm, by the way. So,
Yeah.
like,
Sure.
you see it happening, and then you run directly into it.
I'm just like, whoa. Is the hag engaged with?
She's currently
with
gonna
me.
say
I
when
hope.
Reco stepped forward, yes, I would consider them engaged with one another.
So I can have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
12 is not going to be enough, unfortunately.
I just not have a good day. Well, yep. She's here now.
All right.
Yep.
Tis now the hag's turn. And she is going to. Oops.
Your target is right here.
What have I done? She is going to look at Reco, and laugh. And she's going to say, "You stand no greater chance than your friend did." And she is going to cast on you Vicious Mockery.
Don't mock me.
I'm gonna mock you, boy.
No, I'm fragile in my pride and masculinity
Sure,
as a dragonborn barbarian.
Ooh, I can't drag that into a popped out window. Please hold. Ooh. I goofed. I forgot that none of the spells are like in her spell book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, I'm good at Roll20. There we go. Boop. He's done it.
What's her actual wisdom save?
Oh, golly. Okay. Her actual wisdom save
That's fine. I'll just make the save.
Zero.
is a DC 12.
Well, it's a 3, so I take that 3 damage.
Big woofaroni. Okay, so that
Ugh.
is 3 damage. I am also going to edit that
My
to
brain.
have a... Her page doesn't have a save on it. I'll figure it out. Okay. So, yeah, 3...
My fragile masculinity has been bruised.
right into your brain. Now, that's not halved, right?
No.
Yeah, okay. It's only physical.
There were paths I could take to do that. This was
Gotcha.
not one of them.
Gotcha. Okay. And I think that is her turn. So, Reco, what would you like to do?
My fragile masculinity! And then he's going to swing the axe to try and make up some ground here. DM does a 17 hit.
A 17 just hits. Hit me with that damage, baby.
That is 9.
9 slashing damage to our hag friend.
And the lightning follows.
And the lightning follows. That is a dex save that she has to make. It would be a shame if I minimize the window. There we go. A 20, she makes it. But she takes the 9 damage. So that puts her at that number. And yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
This is it. He's yelling at her, roaring his brains out, and slinging lightning today, which is new for him.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is half damage on save.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Hey, dope.
Thanks, Merc.
Take 2 more
I'm
damage.
sorry. Thanks, Ludus. But also,
thanks, Ludus.
Merc, for being beautiful.
Um,
Thank you all for being beautiful. So she missed one earlier, yeah? So
oh
she
yeah,
should
it
have.
does say
there.
that. Yeah. So wait, the lightning does hit regardless. If I hit,
Putting her at
Yay!
a very nice number. Anyway, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Well, now we know.
I couldn't
God.
handle it. I couldn't.
No. This is it. Reco is lost in his rage and is slinging lightning around. This is this is where he belongs.
Yep. Ashlog, you are now prone under Reco's very wide stance.
I will crawl out and
Yeah.
stand up.
Okay. All right.
Quick question. Would I know?
Oh, Shield of Faith would have fallen, by the way.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah,
sorry.
No, it's fine. A quick question. As a hag, totally a hag, would I know if hags are immune to charm?
You would. I believe all Fey creatures are, yeah?
They have advantage, not
They have
immunity.
advantage.
I believe, like, as like a, is there not like a there's some class that like, oh no, it's barbarian. Duh. Later rages are immune, but not right now. But I think
Skill,
Fey just has
senses,
advantage.
language. It doesn't specifically say, but seeing as they're Fey creatures, I would imagine there's at least advantage.
I think all fake creatures have the advantage portion. I think that's 'cause
It's just
like,
strange that it's not noted on here. Because usually it is. But I'm going to say that yes, you would know this.
Okay.
Maybe it's something you've tried in your past.
Ashlog is going to do a super anime badass thing that's going to totally fail and backfire.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Love it.
So Ashlog she kind of crawls out, she gets up, and then she's going to point her hand right at the hag and say,
Submit. Surrender.
cast command at level 2.
Okay.
Oh.
Excellent. Sorry, I'm just reading.
Wisdom?
Yeah, Fey Ancestry is advantage on saving throws.
Sorry.
So it should be.
Actually, it's level 1 because level 2 is multiple creatures and there's no point.
Oh, I see. Okay. One word. They must succeed on.
So it has to be a 13.
Sorry, what is it? Wisdom?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, so she will have advantage because she is a fair. So a 19. Yeah. So she turns to you and kind of like spittle flying out of her mouth. You're within 5 feet, so probably some of it hitting you. You can smell her foul breath, all of you. And she just says, "Have I not taught you? You cannot command me."
No, you will, one way or another.
And that's going to be the end of my turn.
Okay. Otis, what would you like to do?
Are we doing any like flanking rules of any kind?
So here's generally on the shows we do not do flanking rules because then they would also work against the heroes, and that's been dangerous in the past. So that's been the general rule is we don't because of that. If you want to take the help action, you can, and then you can assist right for an action. You can harry someone and do that, but we're not doing flanking unless quote unquote pack tactics is in there.
Yeah,
because it gets very dangerous very quickly. At low
Right.
levels and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. What would flanking tactics give you? Just advantage?
Advantage. If you were on the
Yeah.
opposite side because they were on both sides, generally it makes sense, but we haven't played that way again because it would work against the heroes as well.
Yeah. No.
So the decision has mostly been. But again, Rob, this is your game. If you want that
No,
to exist,
I think
that's up to you.
unless something specifically says it, like Nyara's attacks when they're engaged with an ally, they get advantage. Unless it's specifically stated by the attack, I've typically not done that. And also, I know for a fact that we haven't done it this entire time, and so there would be times that it would have. Short answer, no. Yeah. Appreciate the ask.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Okay, then Otis is going to take out his maul here. And what was once a shitty maul, now you can see at the head of the maul, it's like this big, it looks more like a big stone hammer now than it did before. And there's like a arcane core sort of in the middle of the head.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna swing with that bad boy.
Love it.
And as he does, it sort of looks like the maul is like swinging itself, and he's just holding on to it. Sort of situation. Does a 22 hit?
An enhanced maul.
Enhanced.
It is a +1 magical maul.
Oh.
Is that given to you by artificer things? Is that like a wondrous item?
I have infused the maul with my.
I feel like I've seen this ad before.
Gotcha.
Enhance the maul. You know what I mean? It's been somewhere.
That's cool. In any case, a 22 absolutely fucking hits. I was stalling. Roll damage.
12.
12. Golly. Okay. So yeah, she
Does
takes...
that count as magic damage when it's enhanced like that?
Yeah, it's a magic. It's for purposes of overcoming immunity. It is magical.
Nice.
Ooh, okay, well, she doesn't have any resistances or anything, so...
Give away the ghost there.
Oh, sorry. She doesn't... She surprisingly does not have a whole lot
There are a lot of other hags that do. So
Yeah.
Lower on the list.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean,
And then for my bonus action, Petrus is gonna try and bite her again. That's a nat 1.
yeah, poor fella.
He's not doing too hot.
Yeah, poor fella tried, but I think you knocked her a little bit too good, and maybe he went for the bite. You're not quite in sync yet. It really is your second day with your Iron Defender, so maybe he's not really used to your movements in combat. Poor fella, he's trying his best.
Learning.
Yeah,
He'll
yeah.
get there. Don't worry, Chad. He'll get
Great.
there.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Nyara, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
She's gonna step back a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and if she's still presently engaged with our other friends.
I'd say she's engaged with just about everybody in the party except you.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear.
That advantage stacks. No.
Yeah. You have 6 advantages.
Yeah, please
Oh my
roll
Hi.
a 24. Wowee. Roll damage because that hits. Oh, your sneak is.
It shows red if any one of them rolls.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I was
so
like,
it's not a minimum roll.
I was like, wait a
It's just-
second. Gotcha.
That's just how Roll20 calculates
Gotcha.
things.
Okay, so that is 11 damage, and okay, cool. So she's getting hit from all sides right now. Nyara, your passive is 15.
Yeah.
You hear the muffled sounds of crying on the other side of this wall. Is there anything else you'd like to do during your turn?
I only moved.
You only moved like 10 feet. Oh, yeah.
She's gonna poke her head in here.
Okay. Cornered, like in the corner here, huddling together is a very scared elven child and a very familiar, albeit beaten up figure of Kalen.
Oh, he's alive! No way. Okay.
And
Oh
he's
my
got
God.
his like finger to his lips and he's trying to comfort her. And then he, like, terrified, they both look at you. Nyara, he doesn't seem to recognize you. You don't see the familiar. You don't get the notion that he knows who you are.
Yeah. That's what was gonna happen. Yeah, she just kind of like puts her finger to his like
Mm-hmm.
kind of like whoa.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Okay, and I'll just step back out.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Tis Haggy McGee's turn. And still fully engaged with Reco, I think. She's going to lash out with her claws. Does a 10
Has
hit you, Reco?
Not today.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But still
Woof.
a 10. But it's disadvantage.
What gives her disadvantage?
My Iron Defender's reaction: if a creature within 5 feet of him hits another creature other than him, he can impose disadvantage.
No way.
Wow.
As a
Okay, that's a-
reaction, yeah.
That's a little busted.
It
All right, that's a
Wow.
little.
Okay.
I told
Okay.
dude, at the beginning, I told you this class was busted.
Yeah, totally. I think she
Artificers, dude. Ridiculous.
is. Oh no, that is an action. Okay, never mind. I think she looks a little flustered. The cockiness is starting to melt away slowly. Reco, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to swing my axe in the general direction of the hag in an attempt to hit her with it. Ah! I don't think a 12 hits.
12 does not hit, unfortunately.
But the raging storm!
The raging storm. The raging storm.
A mighty storm! She still
doth
takes
take
2 damage!
half damage. All right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Still takes 2.
Okay.
That's good.
Anything else you'd like to do, my boy?
Nah, man, that's all I got.
Okay. Ashlog, what's up? What you doing?
If you will not submit, then you will die.
She's gonna like bring her hand, and you just see this like crackling black and green energy, and she's gonna try to cast inflict wounds.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Avada
yeah.
Kedavra. Wowee. Yeah, a 20 will hit.
20. Nice. That's hot. Get him.
Oh, do I?
What?
What's
That's a
All
lot
right.
of damage.
That's 20 damage.
damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Wow, that is 20 total damage on her. Golly.
Yeah.
Okay. So she is looking. So what does this look like, Ashlog? What do you do to her?
Oh, so you just see like the crackling energy, and then she makes physical contact with the hag, and you just see like the skin like bursting. It's disgusting.
Oh God, yeah. So I think you grab her like bare, like gnarled arm, and there's like warts and just like I think as you grab it, it's almost like a ripple effect of just like there are cuts that like just kind of lash out of her, and like green light sort of like pops out of her and forms these cuts along her arm, and just like pus and blood and grossness is like just all up her arm and like coming up to her shoulder and her side, and it really looks like it hurt. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yes. She's gonna move like here.
Okay.
Actually, no, right here.
Okay. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Ashlog looks like she's foaming at the mouth with rage, and that's
Makes
the end of her
sense.
turn.
All right. Otis, what's happening, my dude?
I think it's just gonna be that same song and dance. We're gonna whack them, and then we're gonna bite them.
Whack him and bite him.
That's my class now.
I
It's
love it.
and
Whack and bite.
Whack and bite.
So here comes the whack.
Whack
That's
misses,
11.
unfortunately.
All right, and here comes the bite.
The lad's done it. The lad's done it. Roll damage. The
Yes.
lad has done it.
Clap
Oh,
for
wait.
Petrus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. 7 piercing damage.
7 piercing. And
Come
does
on.
yeah, so how does his bite function? Is it just, does he latch on?
No. He doesn't actually latch on.
Okay.
He
I
bites
just
him.
need to double check.
It's like a Pac-Man bite. He goes
Okay.
like whop.
Womp. Just it gets her other arm and it crushes her like elbow a little bit. Just feels bad, man.
For me.
That's it for you, Nyara. It is your turn. What would you like to do? This hag is looking rather not good right now.
Would Ashlog technically be in the way?
Yes, you would need to move to get a clearer shot. I would say that if you were, oh yeah, you could thread the needle there, easy. Makes a lot more sense than where I was looking.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume I've got advantage still.
Oh yeah,
Wait, I do have a question. What is giving you that? Is it from the?
it's from having an ally.
I don't think
Right, so-
user,
So generally that doesn't do that. So that's why I'm asking about the class. If it was a class thing, the advantage is only granted if you're from hiding, or if you've done the insight, is insightful fighting, which is the other one.
I thought it
Oh,
was
yeah.
a standard rogue thing.
I thought it was a standard
Mm-mm.
road thing as well.
Sneak attack applies,
but
Mm,
she doesn't get it.
but advantage does not.
yeah.
Oh,
she's-
advantage
attack-
doesn't, but sneak attack does.
Sneak attack always applies on advantage rolls. That's the difference. But that's why I was asking, because insightful fighting, if you did the insight check for it, would grant you advantage while you're fighting this
Yeah.
this person the entire time. So I didn't know if that had happened, if I just missed it or not. I just wanted to try and clarify that.
You
because-
you don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. That enemy is incapacitated. Okay, so you don't end up getting the advantage. Like, I guess what it's saying is you have advantage on the attack roll, but the sneak attack, it's worded very strangely.
If you have advantage, you get sneak attack, but you don't have to have
But you
advantage.
don't need it if the target is engaged.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, or if
that's-
the target has an enemy of the target within 5
Yes.
feet of the target.
Yeah.
I
Welcome
suck.
to We Learn Sneak Attack the game.
Normal attack, but still sneak attack.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. 17 makes it. 17 will do it. Roll that damage. Oh, my.
Hi.
That's the fat damage. That's
There
what
we
we've been
go.
missing.
Damn.
There it is.
Jeez Louise.
There it is.
Oh my god.
There it is.
Nyara, how would you like to kill this hag?
Yeah, Naira's real fed up. And she's taking a little step there. She's just looking between Reco and Ashlog, and she just fires an arrow and gets her right in the eye.
Oh. Yeah, I think seeing the little girl and Kaylin really like just spurs Nyara to act. And I think just a brutal headshot through the eye of this hag, and she falls immediately. Soup's dead. Soup's dead.
Yay! Claps for Nyara on the kill. That fat damage came out just in time.
Wowie.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, nice.
GG.
Nice.
Oh.
Excellently done. Wow.
Congrats.
Wonderful.
The hag falls.
I think as soon as the hag falls, Ashlog just kind of takes her mace and starts bashing the skull in.
Sure. Yeah. And just goes at it, and you keep every hit making the hag's curled up expression less and less visible, as just she becomes less of a humanoid and more of just kind of a pile of like vaguely this was living once. And Ashlog, you just go at this until you're stopped, I guess.
Reco goes over to one of the kobold he killed and rips off one of the wings. These do not belong to you. Thus maintaining his range for just a little bit longer.
love
He
it.
tears off
Yep.
the other one.
Sure.
Yeah. The lightning kind of just still crackling around.
Yeah, of course.
Still pissed off.
Of course.
Naira will immediately go to Emerald and Kaylin.
Yeah, and so you run back into the room, and you assure them that everything is okay. The situation is settled, and Kaylin stands up and looks at you, and I think he's gonna insight check you.
Should probably do that.
Ooh, he doesn't know. He sort of like mom arms Emerald, and how do I know you're not another illusion?
Oh, believe me, I know what you've been through. Okay. Just everything's okay. We're with the Cypress company. We've been looking for you. Okay. We really were just we've got her totally dead.
Roll persuasion on him.
Oh dear.
10. I think he grabs the girl's hand and sort of goes out this like other door to kind of look at the scene. And Ashlog, what does he see? Are you still just going at it?
Yes, and I also look like I'm crying.
Yeah. Also, it's raining. There's lightning.
Sure.
There's wind whipping everywhere. So it's quite the scene. You watch Ashlog beating this hag to a bloody pulp, and it's awful and terrifying.
He really quickly like pushes the girl back into the room and shields her eyes. It's like it's okay. It's okay. Just don't. Look, who? You are all with Cypress?
Yeah, we're part of the caravan that was picking up the harvest.
Okay. And they're with you.
Yeah. It's been a very emotional trip to find you. So they're letting off some steam now.
Okay. And I think he pokes his head out and looks at Ashlog again. Sort of too afraid to say anything, but you could tell Nyara that he's trying, and he turns back to the girl who is still sort of crying and scared, and he says, "It's okay. It's okay. They're here to save us. They came for you. Your daddy's looking for you. Okay?"
I think Reko's let the storm subside, and he's finally coming to the things like, why am I all wet? Why are there like lightning scorch marks everywhere?
Mm.
He turns around and he sees Ashlog like with the body. Are you still smashing it?
Yeah. In fact, it's more than just anger that you see as you look at Ashlog. She's taken her mace with both hands and she's just throwing her whole body weight into it. And it's probably completely pulverized by now, but she's crying. Ashlog is just straight up crying and having a breakdown as she just keeps just unloading into this hag here.
Reco will quickly go over to her and stop the next swing and sort of, the rage must end sometime.
I don't think Ashlog's strong enough to stop you, but she definitely
Not gonna be happy about it. Yeah, no, he's gonna pull her in for a hug. It has to end.
I think she'll just kind of slump up against him and she just starts bawling, super ugly, crying, and she's like shaking.
He like tosses the mace to the side and just holds her there. It's okay. She is gone. It is okay.
And yeah, I think as the storm subsides, Kaylin sort of looking at Kaylin and Emerald both looking up at the sky, noticing it, look back at Nyara nervously. And Kaylin sort of steps out and sees Ashlog being embraced by Reco, and Emerald sort of sneaks out behind him and he says, "See? It's okay to be scared. But we're all together. We're safe now." And she just kind of grabs onto his leg. Also crying. Not as ugly, but also crying.
Yeah, Nairo kind of like follows them out and like stands beside them, and we're gonna go home now, okay? We're gonna go back to your home.
Reco will look over at Otis. Otis, do you mind taking a look around, maybe? Make sure there aren't any other children out back.
Otis has been like not too far away, but he's been like a little far away, giving Petrus a pep talk. He's like, "Petrus, you did such a good job. That was amazing. That was so good." He just goes, He's ecstatic. And he's like, "Huh? Oh yeah, sure, right. The children, save the children. Yeah. Come on, Petrus.
If you find anything interesting as well, bring it out. We have some things to." He kind of like looks down at Ashlog. Some things to take care of.
Ugly crying.
Oh yeah. Come on, Petrus. We're gonna go investigate around the hag's lair, see if we can find anything fun.
Yeah, roll me a flat investigation check for the whole thing.
Can I get advantage because Petrus is helping me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Hell yeah, go Petrus, go.
I love my new advantage bot.
Don't get too comfortable.
That's a 20.
20, you lucky son of a bitch.
Dirty
Yeah, dirty 20. Yeah, so I think as you start your journey kind of looking around, and as you work up, you guys are still on the map, so you can kind of see this for reference. As you work up along, like just straight north of where you were, the room over here where the two were found, And you're just sort of walking around this square, just sort of poking your head into each of these little rooms. And as you come to the hallway on the left side of the building, you walk down the hallway. And to your right, Otis, you see piles of bones and remains of what you assume to be the lost, for lack of being more specific. The lost in the woods. Maybe lured out here by the lights. It's a horrific sight.
It's not fun at all, huh, Petrus?
And then on the other room, or in the other room rather, you just roll me a D100 just for funsies.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Is that slash R?
1D100.
Space.
Oh, 1D100.
A space 1D100, yeah.
Okay. It's a 40.
40. Okay. Now it's my turn. You find 6 different gems
Oh,
worth 10 GP each.
cool, cool.
And
So, let me write this down.
whoa. Okay. Oh golly, bear with me. I was not ready for this. And I made this.
Is it a table or is it an item?
Oh,
Oh, that's a lot of rolls.
Oh, goodness. Wow.
Otis, you find 2 potions of healing.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
I'm sorry, 3 potions of healing.
even
Even
better.
And ooh, a first level spell scroll.
Cool.
So I'm just gonna say, yeah, Mark's first level spell scroll, so I remember, but you just know it to be a spell scroll. It would take some time to identify
Sure.
what spell it is.
First level spell
To give me some time to stall.
scroll. It's understandable, my guy.
So yeah, so that is 6 gems of the value 10 GP each, which I will work out exactly what gems they are real quick after the show. Because we're coming up on time here anyway. And yeah, 3 potions of healing and a spell scroll of some sort.
Sweet.
Seems this
Nice.
hag had a little tiny little treasure trove
A little stash.
chilling out here, a little stash. Yeah. And yeah, so as the mood here turned quickly from rage to overall sad and very grim, the atmosphere of the forest sort of, it almost feels a little lighter as the storm subsides and maybe some of the light comes through the trees. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it would be
actually
It's
past.
dark now.
Yeah, it'd be way dark. Not super dark. I think, Otis, your internal body clock, because the artificer is probably
That's
about
that's keen mind. That's just a feat I took being a human.
Oh, that's just dope. So yeah, I think it's like early evening, like after sunset, early nighttime, I should say, probably like 8 or 9 at night. And yeah, I think the party regroups and Kalen nods to you all, still very out of sorts just from his experience out here and tightly gripping the hand of Emerald. And you all depart from this scene, this gross, awful place in the middle of this gross, awful forest. But the energy is slightly... It feels more at peace, at least in the clearing. And then as you start to trek out into the forest, you get that very familiar boggy feel. The air is heavy as you go through the woods, and you're out of the clearing. The canopies kind of cut all starlight. Y'all can light torches if you want. But
Otis is going to very ironically cast dancing lights. And these little beetles, these little mechanical beetles shed 10 feet, I think.
Yeah, they're like
Light.
minor torchlight.
yeah.
And they all
Okay.
just kind of fly around.
Yeah, and I think whereas you all saw Will o' the Wisp earlier, and whereas those were a more ghostly pale blue light, these are what color light do they emit, Otis?
I imagine it's very much like a what's it called, like a firefly
Yeah, that's what I was imagining.
sort of thing. They look like little beetles, but they kind of
Yeah, and I think as they circle around you, and they illuminate various things in the environment, at the sight of them, Emerald, I think, smiles and tugs on Kaelin's shirt and says, "Look, more lights." And I think he flinches at that a little bit, but then he looks at them.
just triggered his PTSD.
And
Yeah.
no, I think he looks at them and he looks at Otis and sort of gives you a slight smile and just grips her hand a little tighter, and he's just sort of leading her as she is completely enamored with these lights. Whether Otis intended to or not, which,
And
yeah, feels like he didn't. Maybe you brought a little bit of comfort to them. And you're able to safely make your way out of the woods.
I think
And-
as we're
mhm.
leaving, Ashlog is just staring at the child. She's probably hovering back at the rear of our little traveling group.
Yeah.
She just does not take her eyes off the child the whole time.
Yeah. And I think we can handle what happens when y'all get out of the woods and back to the farm next time.
That's
But-
awesome.
You rescued a kid.
Holy shit, Rob! Wow! Claps in the chat for Rob for making us all
Wow.
really question our sanity today.
that was like a huge roller coaster. That was amazing.
That was awesome. And it ended a super awesome battle, and God, so many moments in this game. So many moments. That was awesome, Rob. Thank you very, very much for that, guys. Thank you everyone for tuning in to DieFall Cypress episode 12. Let's do some shout outs for everyone. Find out where everyone's at, and you should go follow all these people. Nick, where can the people find you at?
Yo, hi people. You can go find me over at twitch.tv/NickHibbles. Over there, I do a fun show with a buddy of mine at Bravo on Twitch as well, called NPC Lab, where we make Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition NPCs. And lately we've been doing sort of like more vague concepts. Like we did a shopkeep. We tried to make it the most boring shopkeep we possibly could. And then we started with like an armor smith, and then it turned into like this traveling armor smith. And then last night, we did a town guard, and it ended up becoming a literal dragon that guards a town. It just like evolves into these crazy stuff. So come hang out.
What was his name, Nick?
Oh God. His name was Sanson Dirttail, in honor of Sans from Undertale joining Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, which happened yesterday. Gamer's voice.
I love
Yep.
it.
And then I'll also be streaming some Monster Hunter World, because the new Iceborne comes out.
nice.
I think it comes out tonight at midnight.
Wait, do you have that on PS4?
I do.
Ah, okay. Well,
Oh, are you on PC?
Well, I bought it twice, but
I thought
played
about
more of it on
buying it
PC.
on PC so hard, and then I just didn't.
It was a lot of fun. Sorry, yeah, keep going.
But I'm gonna be streaming that. I'm probably gonna be streaming that a little bit tomorrow, and then also just whenever I can next week will be Iceborne, and then NPC Lab on Monday or Wednesday. I mean, but that's
Awesome,
that
dude.
on that.
Thank you, Nick. Stella, where can the people find you at?
Hello, friends. I am Stella Luna here on Twitch. I am Stella Luna _TV on Twitter. I do various things here on Twitch. I do variety streaming of the artsy fartsy kind, and also various kinds of D&D over at my channel. We do sci-fi D&D on Fridays, and we do Pokemon D&D on Saturdays.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Roberto, where can the people find you at?
Hello, friends. You can find me a couple different places across the interwebs. You can find me here on most Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, which if you are joining late or watching in the future, come by, say hi. It's a fun time and only mildly torturous to the players. They lived. It's fine. Everything's fine. You can also find me at twitch.tv/bonus_stage_Rob occasionally, usually on either Saturday or Sunday lately. But I do hope to be getting back to a more regular schedule soon. But I've been working through The Witcher 3, occasionally just goofing off and playing some Catan or something with my girlfriend. And you can find me at twitch.tv/game nights on, I believe, this Sunday. It's every other Sunday. I believe this Sunday is Sunday Prime. That's game nights with 2 G's and a K in nights, like the guys with the swords. Shing. And on Monday, you'll be able to find me at twitch.tv/indoor adventures for my guest spot on the show The Four Keeps, which is a super dope D&D show that you should check out as well if you like D&D, which you do because you're watching this, or you just like our faces, which is understandable. We're very beautiful people.
Thank you, Rob.
You're
May, where can the people find you?
Well, they can find me on the internet as the Lady May. That's MEA, because that's the way my name is. I do lots of painting of the acrylic variety. Last week we painted Star Wars theme thing of Cloud City from Empire Strikes Back. This week we've been working on a Game of Thrones painting with the Hound and the Mountain from the last season. So if you like nerdy paintings, you can come on by. I think I might be on tomorrow. Maybe I might be on tomorrow. Have to see.
Awesome. Thank you very much, May. Hi, I'm Joel, Runaway Robot. This is my channel, so you probably figured all that out already. This has been DieFall Cypress. We have another Dungeons & Dragons show that will be on this Sunday, and I think I like the 4 p.m. slot better, so we're going to keep it at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We're playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist. That's the show that I DM currently, and we've probably got about 3 or 4 episodes left of that one as well, and then we're going to do other stuff. We got more stuff coming. I'm still on Hurricane Vacation, so tomorrow I plan on streaming a whole heck of a lot of Fire Emblem. So if you want to watch me woo the waifus, you can do that here tomorrow, probably all day. It'll be a good time. If you guys want to catch up on any of the shows, this DieFall Cypress show, you can head on over to youtube.com/runawayrobot, or you can catch us on the podcast format, which is on iTunes, Spotify, and whatever that other one was that I can never remember the name of. Yeah, that's where I have to put them all anyways. SoundCloud, DieFall D&D. So you can find us there. And I hope you guys come back for this. I think we're off next week. I don't think there's another opportunity for us.
I believe this is correct.
Because I'm gone on Thursday and Rob's busy on Monday. So we'll be back 2 weeks from now. So mark your calendars. Like physically get out a pen or phone or something. And last but not least, tell your friends about us because they probably like the same things that you do, and that's how you guys can support us the most easily. It's been lovely having you here tonight on episode 12 of DieFall Cypress. Thanks again, Rob and cast and chat. We'll see you next time.